Let's do this. It is the Cotter and Marshall Show. Good morning. Hop on the stream. Hang out with the Horde today. Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. While you're there, be sure to like, follow, and subscribe. As always, listen to the show. Just download the app for free. Get us on your in-home smart speaker. Check us out at rock1061.com. Marshall, the Braves getting it done. Game 1 of the World Series.
Yeah, 6-2, I think, was what the final score was. I think I went to bed somewhere around the 5th or 6th inning. Can't stay up too late. But, man, I'm very excited. I don't want to say anything else to almost jinx it, but Braves in 6.
Yeah.
Braves in 6.
I think that's a really good prediction. I don't know if they get it done tonight, but then they come back to Atlanta.
Yeah.
I think they get 2, maybe 3 there. They're just playing great at home. I think they get it done.
All right, so quick question, Cotter. Would you rather have an Atlanta Braves World Series win, or would you rather have the Georgia Bulldogs not finish the season, perfect season, like undefeated, and not win the NCAA championship? So you can either have that Braves World Series or the Bulldogs fall apart on you. You can only have one or the other. Which one would you take?
I want the Braves World Series.
Yeah, I kind of do too.
I totally want the Braves World Series.
I'm not that big of a college football guy. I'll admit it. First one, hand up. Sorry, Bulldog fans. I want the Braves World Series.
I totally want the Braves World Series. Now, an interesting stat. Baseball, all about the stats. Jorge Soler started the game with a home run.
Former Chicago Cub, no big deal.
He became the first player to hit a home run in the very first plate appearance of the World Series.
Oh, really?
It's never happened before.
Nice.
That blew my mind that hundreds of World Series have taken place. Nobody's kicked it off with a home run.
Well, good old Jorge Soler. I mean, he set the pace for the entire game last night. I mean, it was 2-0 at that point. I felt really good just with the way it opened.
Yeah, I agree. I think I'm feeling good about the Braves. I apologize now to Braves fans everywhere if we just completely jinxed it.
Yeah, Braves in 6.
Good news, you're not getting swept if you lose.
Yeah.
You got game 1.
That's why I felt so good about saying Braves in 6 right now. Like, I'm very confident in saying that.
All right, lots to get to on the show today. Top of the 9 o'clock hour, Mac from Bob 1069 is going to join us for Chicks on Dudes. We've got another Bud Light Seltzer Pack because we hate ourselves.
Well, hey, we're doing the Lord's work. How dare you?
So first was the Fall Flannel Pack. Now it's the Ugly Sweater Pack. It's their holiday edition with stellar flavors like cranberry, sugar plum, cherry cordial, and, of course, seltzer nog.
Yes, the new eggnog that everyone will be drinking for the rest of our lives.
Are you smarter than a community college dropouts? Coming up, call, comment, and text at the top of the 7 o'clock hour. What do you generally overpay for and suffer through to make your kids happy? Or if you don't have kids, what did your parents do for you even though you know they hated it? Call, comment, and text 800-394-1061. We'll kick off the show with about last night. Steve-O, shocking reveal about Wild Boys. Maybe not. Are we getting a Warner Brothers Super Smash Brothers style game? And we'll kick off the show. Everybody hates scam calls.
Yeah.
Even when you're lost in the woods. We got that story next. Here's Pop Evil and Survivor. Cotter and Marshall Show. Rock 1061.
Morning, Andrew. What's going on, man? Authentic. 111. Yes, I do want to become famous. Thank you so much.
Wow, they're in early today.
I would like to buy some followers and viewers on bigfollows.com. Please tell me more. Yeah, they got in real early. Must be on some sort of weird algorithm of some sort. All right, well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the nice, bright and early Cotter and Marshall Show. We're both awake. We're in my Seattle Kraken jersey today. Obviously, very excited about the name and logo reveal of the new hockey team for Savannah, ECHL. Going to begin play next October. Tomorrow on the show, we'll have Bob Arabalo, team president of the Savannah, whatever they're going to be called. He's going to be swinging on to the show to talk about the name, talk about the upcoming season in 2022. So that'll be happening tomorrow. And then tonight, we're going to be going to the name reveal party at Ghost Coast. You still going?
I believe so.
Good.
All I got to do today is vacuum every room in my house.
Just every room in your house.
Every room in my house. Our realtor stops by tomorrow. Just want to make sure things look decent. And with 47 animals, that's always interesting.
So is she taking pictures today?
Possibly, yes.
Oh, okay.
Tomorrow, anyway. Yeah, that's not updated weather.
Did you hear about the weather we're supposed to get? Speaking of the weather, tomorrow's Thursday, right? Yeah, tomorrow, Thursday.
Yeah.
Like rain all day and like stupid high winds, like 25-mile-an-hour winds all day.
That's not good.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm taking down the Halloween decorations because they're just going to fly away today. Good morning, Heather. So, member of the Horde Rhett showed off ticket prices for the Atlanta Braves game last night on social media. Did you see that?
I saw that.
Jesus Christ.
He jokingly asked his wife, I believe, if he can go. Go for it, man.
Yeah.
You got away with the PS5. This is nothing.
I almost commented on that. So, if you wanted to go check out a game in Houston for the World Series, the least expensive tickets on the secondary market were right around $300, $300 and $350.
Yeah.
If you wanted to go watch Games 1, which happened last night, or Game 2, which I think is tomorrow night. So $350 in Houston. In Atlanta, not the case. They're selling for about triple the price. $1,000 on StubHub is the cheapest ticket, and that's for standing room only. That's not even a seat. You're just standing inside the stadium.
Yeah, that's a little crazy to me.
To get a physical seat for the game, it'll run you about $1,100 to go see the Atlanta Braves in a World Series game.
Yeah, I'll watch on TV. I'm good.
Yeah. Unbelievable. And I'm talking, that's like the grandstands. It's just, oof. So if you want to guess how much the best seat in the house is for the Braves game.
Hold that thought, and we'll reveal here in a second. We'll be right back. Nobody wants to answer a scam call, even when you're lost in the woods for 24 hours. Story number one about last night. Last week, some dude got lost for 24 hours while hiking near Mount Elbert, which is Colorado's highest mountain. He was reported missing at 8 p.m. on Monday after failing to check in where he was staying. Repeated attempts to contact the guy through calls, texts, and voicemails went unanswered. And then they sent out the search parties. First went out around 10 o'clock to search high probability areas. And then returned around 3 o'clock. The second search party went out at 7 o'clock. The next morning, the search areas where hikers typically lose the trail, only to discover the man had returned to his place of lodging at about 9:30 in the morning.
Yeah, so he went for like a 24-hour hike. Now, he was lost, legitimately lost, but he had opportunities to maybe reach out and get some help. But he chose not to for a very obvious reason, because he was getting calls on his cell phone, still had cell coverage.
Yeah.
I don't understand why he just didn't call for help, but maybe he was like one of those guys who was like, I'll figure my way out of this. I got this. He thought he was getting scam calls from the rescue team. So obviously his name and his phone number were dispersed to the teams, and they were calling him, texting him, leaving voicemails. He ignored all of them because he was too prideful, maybe, or he just didn't really want to, put up with people, I guess, in general, because, I mean, they left him all sorts of messages that I'm sure he saw, and he just said, well, I thought they were scam. I thought they were scam calls. No, you didn't.
I mean, I going back to your question, how do you not call somebody? I mean, you're not hiking for 24 hours on purpose. You obviously got lost. How do you not call somebody and be like, hey, guys, I'm screwed right now. Come get me.
Yeah, so from the rescue teams, they said, well, one notable takeaway is that the subject ignored repeated phone calls from us because they didn't recognize the number. They said if you're overdue, according to your itinerary, and you start getting repeated calls from an unknown number, maybe answer it. It may be a search and rescue team trying to confirm you're safe. So they dedicated more than 32 hours to try to find a guy who could have easily been found if he just answered the phone.
And the public in the area, furious that so much time was dedicated to this guy, so much money, and he could have been found if he would have just answered the phone.
This is, I mean, like, I get the scam call thing, dude, but, like, you're obviously lost. I mean, the pride had to have been the only factor.
Yeah.
And to him just going, all right. Or maybe he just didn't want to be found. Maybe he was, like, really throwing it up there. Maybe he's a big fan of the Revenant, and he just wanted to get attacked by a bear to see if he'd live.
I'm here to kill a bear, guys. So how long are you lost before, one, you call somebody,
right,
or two, you just answer your damn phone?
I'm gonna say 3 hours. I'll admit I'm lost on a hike.
Okay.
Yeah, if I was out by myself, I would give myself like 2-3 hours, Yeah, I think I would do that just to kind of figure it out.
I mean, as soon as it got dark, I'm calling somebody.
Yeah, and the moment it started getting even chilly in the air, I would start freaking out.
All right, coming up, we got story number 2 about last night. Could we be getting a Warner Brothers style Super Smash Brothers? Got that info coming up. Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
Heather says it's supposed to be meh all day tomorrow, but the weather behind all that commotion is going to be lovely. Yeah, I saw, like, the weather is outstanding. Freaking outstanding. Hold on. I gotta check it out just to make sure it's... Ooh. Saturday's high is 66 degrees, guys.
Dang.
And then the high after that for the next, 6 days is only 75. So I'm loving that.
Damn.
Wanda says, morning, everyone. I'm trying to convince Cotter to stay. Lots of rattlesnakes are being seen in Texas, Cotter. Did you know that?
There are a lot of poisonous snakes in Georgia as well, so I think I'll be okay.
Shit. Andrew says, update on the Marshall and Marshall show idea. How about instead make it the John and Marshall show? The two personalities can talk shit to each other all day.
That's very funny.
Seems like a lot of editing work, but all right. I get it. I like it. All right, so back to the best seat in the house. So surprisingly, the most expensive seat in the house is the Chairman Seat 25 inside the Atlanta Braves Stadium, which I've never heard of.
What is that?
Is going for an astronomical $27,000.
What?
$27,778. Which is just these guys did their math in this story. It's the equivalent of almost 4,700 Big Mac meals.
You get free booze, free food. I mean, is there something? What is it called? The Chairman Share? What was it?
Yeah, it's called the Chairman Seat 25. I don't know what that is, but it is currently the most expensive seat in the park. Chairman Seat 25.
Let's see. You're basically right behind home plate.
Oh, okay. So let's see. The Truist Club seats are $880 for season ticket holders, which is nearly $11,000 less than what they are going for on StubHub and the Chairman seat.
Jesus.
Ooh. And that, man. So now I get why the people of Atlanta are a little pissed about the current World Series ticket price. Especially if you could just be in the Battery. I would much rather just
hang out there.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many bars. You just go sit your ass down, drink beers all night, watch the game, literally hear it.
Right.
I mean, yeah, being in the park would be awesome, but
you know that place got to be nuts.
Oh,
God dang.
Insane.
How nuts is it now when it's just they're away? Can you imagine what it's going to be like when they're home? Oh my Lord. You thought Atlanta traffic was bad before.
Now, the question is, if the Braves win the World Series, do we go to the parade? I think we go to the parade.
Dude, I
right?
never got to go to a parade.
Yeah, we got to skip. It's going to be like, hold on, let me look at the World Series schedule.
I think we go.
Yeah, we got to go, right? Will you guys allow us to take a day off from the morning show so we can go to the parade? I mean, we'll cover it. We'll Facebook Live stuff. And it's got to be on a random. It's going to be like on a random weekday, right?
I would imagine.
Let's see. Game 7 is on Wednesday, November 3rd. Game 6, which we're saying is when they're going to win the World Series, that's on a Tuesday. So you think, I mean, a World Series parade will probably happen on a Thursday or Friday.
You would think.
Yeah. Juana says, FYI, there will be an increase of police at Johnson and Jenkins today. A violent threat was made yesterday. My kid will be home today. I don't care how many cops are there. Still can't be everywhere. Wait, what happened? What happened? Do you know what happened?
Yeah. I mean, do we know what the threat was? I don't blame you for keeping your kid home.
Wild.
So if we would skip a day to go to the parade, counting today, I've got 21 shows left.
Yeah.
So we just minus a show.
Yeah. Someone stated they were going to shoot at least 20 students up to 4 administrators.
Jesus Christ.
What kind of like school shooter calls their shot literally beforehand? Idiots.
All right. Almost out of spots. We've got Chevelle, Send the Pain Below. Then we'll get into story number 2. So getting all kinds of stuff still about this Alec Baldwin Rust thing. So the lady who was in charge of firearms on the set, Hannah Gutierrez Reed.
Okay.
She was the armorer, I guess that's what her position's called, for another Western called The Old Way. And that starred Nicolas Cage. Now, one time on set of that movie, she fired a gun on the set without telling anyone. And it happened like twice in 3 days. Cage yelled at her, "Make an announcement. You blew my effing eardrums out," and then storms off set.
Yeah.
So I guess the Nicolas Cage movie was the first movie she did in this position. Rust is the second movie she's done in this position. So very inexperienced when it comes to this whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
And Rust was a low-budget movie, so they didn't want to spend a lot of money on somebody with more experience who's going to bring in a larger crew.
Right.
So they brought her in, and she's like, hey, we can do this with a smaller crew. Since then, she has wiped pretty much all of her social media clean. But she was on a podcast last month where she said, the best part about my job is showing people who are normally kind of freaked out by guns how safe they can be and how they're not really problematic unless put in the wrong hands.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of a bummer, that whole entire story. I mean, I do think they're going to finish that film.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean, they have to. I mean, they'll take a couple month break and they'll come back. They'll dedicate it to her.
Yeah.
You know, they'll do all that, but I mean, they'll kick off some people. I mean, the film already has a higher profile due to what happened.
Yeah.
So it may do better.
Yeah.
Honestly, more eyeballs may be on it. I know it's kind of crappy to say, but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if they go back and finish it or not. Be interesting. We'll see.
All right, so World Series, man, this is coming up real quick. So another game's tonight.
Yep.
And then they're going to skip Thursday. Then there's Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Damn.
All 8 o'clock start times. Every game's an 8 o'clock start time.
Right.
Game 6 is on Tuesday, so we're skipping Monday, and then we have Wednesday.
Okay. Damn, they are plowing through this.
Well, the parade day could be interesting because it could be one of these things where we have the parade could be on a Friday. And if the parade's on a Friday, we were talking about doing our live stream on that day.
Oh. All right, so all this is up in the air, guys.
Yeah.
All right, got about a minute 15.
But I mean, if the Braves win the World Series, I want to go to the parade.
Yeah, I mean, I've never been, obviously, to like a championship parade. Don't know when I'll have another opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
I mean, the Cowboys aren't going to win shit.
No.
Well, who else do you got? The Spurs, the Mavericks. I don't feel good about those. Who else we got?
Astros, but chance.
Well, it's the Astros. The Texans for sure are not going to win you anything.
Yeah. Rangers.
Rangers, there's a very slight outside chance. Yeah, it's not looking good for Texas sports.
I'm just saying now, bring down some Buffalo Bills. I want that to happen. Wasn't that the talk there a while back?
Oh, yeah.
Buffalo moving to Austin?
Yeah. Or San Antonio, yeah.
Yeah, one of them. I'd be down for that. San Antonio's really close, but close.
3 hours, yeah.
No, San Antonio's less than I think it's less than 3 hours.
2.5, yeah.
Austin or Houston is 2.5. Dallas is 3. San Antonio's maybe like an hour. All right, guys, be right back. Mad Max versus Harry Potter. Fred Flintstone versus LeBron James. This could become a thing thanks to a rumored Super Smash Brothers style game from Warner Brothers. Got that story coming up. Story number 2 about last night. Now, of course, the Super Smash Brothers video game series, known for taking characters from other games, throwing them together, letting them duke it out. Nickelodeon released their own version not that long ago called All-Star Brawl, and now there are rumors that Warner Brothers is looking into doing the same thing. Now, this all started on Reddit, so take it with a massive grain of salt. But according to this report on Reddit, they were unsure about the gameplay, but they sounded pretty sure about the roster. Shaggy and Scooby-Doo.
Excellent.
Gandalf from Lord of the Rings.
Well, you shall not pass. I agree. I love it.
Tom and Jerry. Yeah, I know. Fred Flintstone.
Yes.
Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Johnny Bravo.
Sure. I wasn't a big Johnny Bravo guy.
And a whole lot more. Now, according to the report, development's been halted because of rights issues. I mean, there is, multiple IPs involved, so who knows what's going on there. But prior to the report also says this game was actually going into development prior to the Nickelodeon game, thanks to like memes and jokes online about Shaggy in Mortal Kombat 11.
Yeah, I've seen those. And yeah, so I mean, the whole idea is to bring all the Warner Brother, franchises together. And yeah, that Super Smash Brothers style game. I think it would be kind of cool. It looks like a lot of fun. Supposedly Batman is going to be a part of this roster as well. So I think this could be very, very cool. Now, they're going to call the game Multiverses, which I love.
It's
cool.
A
fun little punny video game thing. So I love this thing. Yeah, and they talked about how they're going to include Space Jam characters. Because if you watch Space Jam 2, that's essentially what they're essentially making Space Jam 2 a fighting game, which makes a lot of sense. So with that being said, I guess Pennywise the Clown would technically be able to be in this movie, or this video game as well.
I've played Super Smash Brothers a couple times. It's fine. It's not my thing. I could be into this just knowing you can have so many options of characters.
Neo from the Matrix.
Yes. And they'll be like, hey, for 20 extra bucks, you get this movie universe. 20 extra bucks, you get this movie universe. I mean, it's kind of endless if they can get things worked out.
The sandworm from Dune.
Oh.
It could be there as well. All sorts of stupid stuff, but I hope this game actually gets made and gets put out soon.
Now, the bad news is Warner Brothers has announced nothing about this game.
Well, yeah, they like to keep everything close to the chest, secret, just like all the terrible allegations from the Justice League movie. So, that's fine. That's seriously, that's on pace.
All right, coming up, story number 3 about last night. Steve-O recently revealed a secret about his MTV show, Wild Boys. We'll tell you what that is. Coming up, here's Daughtry, Heavy as the Crown, Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
All right, gang. Thanks for sticking around. Yeah, next story up, we'll talk about Wild Boys, and then we'll give you all the deets on how you can win yourself some welcome to Rockville tickets. Today is the day. We'll be finding out the hockey name, right around 4:30. Actually 4 o'clock. There's going to be a live streaming event. So if you want to know what the Savannah Pro Hockey League name is going to be, name and mascot, then at 4 p.m., Mayor Van Johnson and the hockey team themselves are going to be revealing everything during a live streaming event. So you can actually follow them on Facebook or Twitter. And they'll have everything revealed at 4 o'clock. Then there's a big reveal party at 4:30 over at Ghost Coast Distillery. So I think we're going to go to that, check it out. We'll report back, and then we'll have Bob Arablo on the show tomorrow.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
So an OnlyFans model has has exposed DK Metcalf. So DK Metcalf is a wide receiver for the Seattle Seahawks. He's done very good for himself. I mean, he's second year in, third year in.
Okay.
He's a really great wide receiver. I mean, the first catch of the game he had on Monday Night Football, he caught the ball and ran for like 84 yards and a touchdown. Like, he's very good at football.
Right.
So an OnlyFans model was driving into his house in the Seattle area on Monday. She was supposed to show up at his house and be there after he got home from the game. Just before the game, he messaged her and said, hey, you know what? It's not going to work out. Don't come to my house. She apparently was very close to the Seattle area, so she was very mad. So she started posting about how, she was done dirty.
Right.
On her Instagram. So she put up some videos and, some stuff. And it turns out after the game, DK messaged her and said, hey, I was trying to call you to tell you to turn around. Sorry about earlier. I'm just trying to get these other girls for a foursome. And I want you to come back. And she screenshotted and showed everyone.
Oh, man.
And she even, just so she had proof, she actually had Snapchats of him, like personal ones that he sent her. So yeah, it's all real. So DK was just trying to get his foursome on, trying to schedule that around his football career.
Oh man, it's like it blows my mind still that people. It's like they share so much on social media, texting, Snapchat, whatever. Like, dude, it's there for the world. Just be careful, man.
Well, also, you're DK Metcalf. I mean, you're making millions of dollars every year. Shouldn't you have a handler at this point?
That's true.
Yeah.
You get somebody to you set up your foursomes for you.
Yeah. You essentially, you get a guy from the neighborhood that is legit and loyal.
Right.
And you're like, you're my guy. I'm going to ask you to do some weird stuff, but I'm going to give you $200,000 a year.
Right.
And you're like, okay, whatever you need.
Yeah.
And sometimes you got to set up foursomes for your friend. That should be the guy doing all the talking back and forth, representing Mr. DK Metcalf.
Yeah, that's true. I like that.
Charles, always good morning when he says, F this, I'm tired of effing adulting, I quit. It's only 6:30 a.m., so he's having a good day. Wanda says, not sure if anyone is a serial killer buff, but another one of Gacy's victims was finally been identified. The article is very interesting and sad at the same time. I didn't know they were still trying to. I didn't hear anything about that. It's wild.
We got about 3 minutes.
So how long do you think it's going to take you to vacuum your entire household?
That's a good question. I don't know.
I mean, is it at a point where you would consider buying a Roomba and just walking away?
Not today. I mean, like you said, I guess the biggest question is, because I've never looked into them, do they work on carpet? Because that's a majority of my house. My living room and kitchen are the only thing that isn't carpeted. So if it doesn't work on the carpet, it does me no good. Because, having 5 cats in my house is awesome.
Roombas are ideal for hardwood and carpet.
Perfect. I don't know. It might be a thing. Sure, my cats would love it. So I guess LeBron James and Anthony Davis were caught on camera talking about Squid Game.
Oh, yeah, I saw this.
They didn't like the ending.
Mm-hmm.
So the show's creator is now striking back. He basically just said, his quote was, have you seen Space Jam 2? But then added, LeBron James is cool and say what he wants. I respect that.
Yeah, he also went on to say if he didn't like the ending to Squid Game, maybe he should make the next season. He should just go ahead and do it himself so he can.
No, let's not do that.
Yeah.
No, I don't need to see Bugs Bunny in Squid Game.
Could you imagine how bad LeBron's acting would be in a more serious, death-defying show like Squid Game?
Oof. Yeah, I'm out.
All right.
All right, we got about a minute.
Cool. Yeah, sounds good. don't think I'm awake quite yet. Got myself a nap yesterday. Felt really good about that. And got my beard trimmed up a little bit.
Oh, yeah. How was
It was cool.
the experience? Good?
Yeah.
All right.
Shane is the owner and operator of American Traditional Barbershop, which is over on Ogeechee. Cool guy. He just got out of barber school.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, he's
wow,
new.
he's jumping right in?
He's jumping right in.
Holy crap.
He purchased the shop from another guy who had owned it for a couple years.
Okay.
And that guy just happens to be moving away. So, he dove in head first.
Damn. All right, guys, be right back. The MTV show Wild Boys, which starred Steve-O, was all a lie. Okay, not all of it, just a part. We'll tell you what it was coming up next. Story number 3 about last night. Now, Wild Boys was the show that came after Jackass on MTV. Chris Pontius, Steve-O. It's been off the air for 15 years, which is kind of crazy. It was like a cross between Crocodile Hunter and Jackass.
Yeah, I mean, it was just kind of an extension. It was Jackass with wild animals.
With animals.
Yeah, with lions and alligators and weird stuff. And the guys were cool. Now, I've only seen a little bit of the show. I haven't watched the entire series, but it's kind of one of those things that I want to treat myself with one day. Like, I just want to go back, like lunch, I just want to sit down and watch an episode a day for a couple months.
I get that. Now, in a recent video on his YouTube channel, Steve-O admitted that they weren't completely honest with the audience.
With Wild Boys, we took liberties to pretend that we were in Africa when actually we were filming in California. And it wasn't because we wanted to lie to the audience, you know. In fact, when we went to go film the pilot for Wild Boys in South Africa, we brought that 2-man zebra suit and we wanted to go on safari and have a lion there. And we quickly found out that a lion in the wild on safari in Africa, you don't get in a zebra suit and try and play around with that thing. No. So there are a lot of situations like that. And so every time that we filmed interacting with a lion, like every time, we were always pretending that we were in Africa, but in fact, we were in California at a place called Hollywood Animals.
It's kind of funny to me.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I mean, you know, a real African lion is probably a little bit more aggressive towards humans than maybe one that's been in a park its entire life. But yeah, I mean, it is kind of breaking down the fourth wall of the show, Cotter.
Well, I mean, if the Crocodile Hunter came out, back in the day and was like, hey, guys, I never traveled to any of these locations. I was just at a zoo. I'd be like, okay, that sucks. It's Wild Boys with Steve-O and Chris Pontius. I'm not offended that they didn't go to Africa and face a wild, lion.
But they were called Wild Boys. I mean, they
still did crazy stuff, though.
Hanging out at a zoo in California, man. That's not cool.
I'm okay with it. I'm you know what? When you go down to watch it, just skip over the lion parts because they're not real.
I'm just going to shout at my TV. Like, liars! You liars!
Coming up next, we got details on how you score tickets to Welcome to Rockville. Got your chance to win all this week. Details coming up. It's the Cotter and Marshall Show. Rock 106.1.
Morning, everyone. Morning. Sorry, my phone decided to tell me I had an email right there. Morning, Mac. Morning, Tony. Thanks for joining the show. Nice and effing early this morning. Later on the show, just after 8 o'clock, Cotter and I are going to be taste testing the Bud Light Seltzer Ugly Sweater Pack. That includes flavors like sugar plum, cherry cordial, cranberry, and what they're calling seltzer nog. Now, they won't call it eggnog, but they're calling it seltzer nog. I'm going to go ahead and call it. Cherry cordial will be 1. Seltzer nog will be surprisingly 2.
Okay.
Followed up by cranberry, then sugar plum.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just shoot my shot right now on how the taste testing of that seltzer will go. Also, our question of the day, guys, we're still about 20 minutes out, but just to kind of put it on your brains, What do you generally overpay for and suffer through to make your kids happy? Or what do your parents do for you, even though you know they hated it? I mean, a lot of people have talked about Disney.
Yeah.
In our, I surprisingly, I don't think I saw anyone like talk about like movies and stuff. You know, movies can be a little high on the price gauge nowadays.
Yes,
like
100%.
going to see like some stupid SpongeBob movie or some Pixar movie that you obviously hated. That must have been tough as an adult.
Yeah.
I mean, not for you because you would just go sleep.
I did. I slept through a lot of Disney movies.
Yeah. Did you take your kids a lot to like the movie theaters or no?
Yeah. I mean, it's like we did. I can like specifically remember going to see Lilo and Stitch. I actually stayed awake for that one. That was good.
Okay.
Jungle Book 2, completely fell asleep in.
Yeah.
But yeah, we did occasionally. It wasn't a weekly occurrence by any means.
Yeah. Rudy says those sound all sound disgusting. Good morning. I'm pretty sure they're going to be terrible, but I think I'm going to be surprised by how good the Seltzer Nog is.
It's a bold statement.
I want to be surprised.
Rock 1061, who's this?
Hey, boys, y'all got time for a quick story? It's Wanda.
Hey, Wanda, of course we got time.
Okay, so this one's going to be about my mom because y'all mentioned what our parents did.
Right.
My mom went to jail several times for us for writing bad checks.
Huh.
So that we would have clothes for school,
Right.
food on the table, a roof over our head because my dad was an ass. So she went several times, and she was pissed, but she did what she had to do. So I don't know too many moms that would actually do shit like that and go to jail.
So how many times?
did.
How many times did she go to jail?
2 that I know of for checks.
Right.
She went to jail another time because she took my car, which wasn't registered. It was not registered, no insurance. She got like a quarter mile up the road, and the cop was behind her, saw it, pulled her over,
Oh.
took her for jail for that. And pretty sure she had warrants, probably for checks then too.
Your mom sounded like a sassy woman. A sassy woman, but I like her. I
Oh.
respect it.
God, if y'all ever had the chance to meet her, you'd understand. Cussed like a sailor, but loved her babies.
That's awesome.
Well, Wanda, thank you so much for calling in. That's a great story.
All right, y'all have a good day.
You too.
You too.
Thanks, Wanda.
Bye.
That's funny.
That's great.
Excuse me. Max says, those may not be bad except for Seltzer Nog. So you know what? I'm going to throw it out there. I have real genuine hope that Seltzer Nog is not the worst one in that. I know, but here's the thing. It already knows that people are going to look at it as bad because it's called Seltzer Nog. So I honestly think they wouldn't do that on purpose. I think it's actually kind of good.
Okay.
It is. I mean, you look at those 3 flavors. It's honestly possibly top 2 most intriguing. Cherry Cordial and Seltzer Nog are the ones that I would want to try first.
Yeah, the cherry cordial one sounds the best.
Yeah. Charles says someone sent Tim Janier to the studio to collect man cards before the seltzer's open and consumed.
He'd screw it up.
Yeah, he would. He'd drop them. I would give him a business card to something else. He'd be like, yeah, this is good. Charles would like to know if Wanda's mom was Thelma or Louise. I'll let Wanda speak on that.
That's a great question.
Yeah. All right, speaking of our question of the day once again, guys, and Wanda, thank you so much for calling in. What do you generally overpay for and suffer through to make your kids happy? Or what do your parents do for you even though you know they hated it? So if you're a comedy fan, yesterday, it looks like, let's see, I'm just going to pop it up real quick. So a couple months ago, Tom Segura was announced for a show here in Savannah. He's coming next May to like the Johnny Mercer Theater.
Okay.
Now it looks like just yesterday, Bert Kreischer has been announced for a show at the Johnny Mercer Theater as well. So we're getting him, I think, in February. Sorry, I can't quite find. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's February. It was in my emails, and of course, my computer is now running slow because I open up too many goddamn tabs. I really need to get this thing upgraded. Let me see if I can find it real quick. There it is. Yeah, so yesterday they announced like a trio of new shows, not at the new End Market Arena, but actually at the Johnny Mercer Theater. So
Interesting.
Bert Kreischer is going to be playing on February 26th here in town. And then you have Leanne Morgan. She's another comedian, also going to be playing at the Johnny Mercer Theater on February 11th. And then Corinne Bailey Ray and Joss Stone, the songbirds of our generation, Cotter.
Interesting. Okay.
They're coming in for a show on January 28th. So those are all coming into town. They're getting booked by the same people who, run the new venue, the End Market Arena, but they're all going to be at the Johnny Mercer Theater.
Okay.
So it leads me to believe they're going to keep the theater, Johnny Mercer Theater, running for quite some time.
The arena doesn't have a theater space, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Then, yeah, I'm not surprised by that at all. I mean, the theater is nice. It's the arena at the Civic Center that sucks.
I wonder if they'll actually knock down part of it while keeping the theater open.
I mean, I think that theater stays pretty busy. It's more busy than the arena.
It's the busiest thing in town when it comes to venues.
Yeah. So, I mean, I would think they want to keep that going.
And they hold all the graduations there, too. So
they held the graduations in the arena. The high school graduations.
Oh, yeah. My wife did her graduation inside the theater.
Okay. Yeah. High schools were all done in the arena.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. That changed, obviously, this year because they were last couple years because of COVID. But all right, guys, be right back. Good morning. Thank you for hanging out, Cotter and Marshall Show. Welcome to Rockville. Coming up November 11th through 14th, Daytona International Speedway. Couple nights of Metallica, Slipknot, Disturbed. It is a great 4-day festival, putting a capper on the festival season for 2021.
And we have tons of tickets to hook you up with. So here is how you win tickets to Welcome to Rockville as we speak right now. Listen at the top of every single hour here at Rock 106.1. You're going to hear a spooky song. And when you hear that spooky song, just before it, you're going to hear someone creepy saying, here is the special keyword on how you can win Welcome to Rockville tickets. When you got that keyword, text it into us at 1-800-394-1061. At that point, you're good. You're in the running to win Welcome to Rockville tickets, but you can enter multiple times to win them. And then next Monday, we're choosing a ton of winners.
If you want more details about that, just hit up the website, rock1061.com. Everything is there. Coming up after 7 o'clock, call, comment, and text. I want your stories today. What do you generally overpay for and suffer through just to make your kids happy? If you don't have kids, what did your parents do for you, even though you know they hated it? So call, comment, and text 800-394-1061. Got a crazy call from Wanda we're going to get to, but we want your stories as well. So call now, 800-394-1061.
All right, guys. Yeah, hit us up with your stories here on the stream, or call us up 1-800-394-1061. Speaking of our question of the day, which is coming up here in just about 10 minutes, how did you want to work the breaks real quick? Do you want to save Wanda's call for 2?
I think we save her call for 2.
Okay. I mean, obviously, I don't have children, so I could talk about my dogs, how I buy them organic carrots because I'm awesome. But, I mean, that's really not much of a story. I'm guessing you have something.
Yeah, I've got some I can share.
Yeah, when it comes to the chats, we got some really good stories from Kelly, from Shane. Wanda even dropped one just from more of her being a mom and her kids.
Sure.
And then Tessie also has a great story. It's kind of funny because when you look at the Cotter and Marshall show and Rock 106.1, we're a show on that channel. People leave a lot more thoughtful answers to these questions a lot of the time on the Cotter and Marshall show page. With the Rock 106.1 page, it's like one word. But I mean, we have a lot more people there.
Yeah.
So it's kind of funny. I was looking at this morning. I'm like, people really left thoughtful stories on our page. All right, I'm going to do Tessie's story as the second story of break number 1. Second break, we can kick off with a call.
Okay.
And then I can do bum, 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 bum. I could do Shane's from the stream. And then we'll have you end on that. So the first break, we'll have you do your story.
Yep.
And then I'll do Tessie's.
Okay.
We'll go to break, and then we'll come back with a call. I'll do Shane's story, and then we'll go to our you could do a Facebook story.
Okay.
And then we'll figure it out from there.
All right. Sounds good.
Whether we want to do a third or not, see where we're at.
All right, guys, I'm going to edit up Wanda's call real quick, so we'll be right back.
All right, guys, back on the stream. Thanks for hanging out while Cotter was editing up that little story there. Tony, thank you for sharing your story. Kelly seems to be having a morning right now. Our friend Kelly Ann, she goes, if I have to listen to Crazy Frog one more time, I will jump out of the moving car. Oh, damn. All right, guys. Once again, our question of the day, Wanda, once again, thank you for calling in. Just wrapped up editing that. What do you generally overpay for and suffer through to make your kids happy? Or what did your parents do for you, even though, you know, they hated it? You got a great story to share with us, go ahead and drop it into the stream. Feel free to also call us up with your stories at 1-800-394-1061. You can also shoot us a text message because we're savvy like that. Same exact number. What up, Rob? Good morning. Had all sorts of people texting in this morning at 6 a.m. for those Welcome to Rockville tickets.
Yeah.
Good Lord. Okay. All right, guys, here in a little less than 10 minutes, we're going to jump into our question of the day. We'll also have trivia coming up on the show here in a little bit. I'm going to be hooking you guys up with some Saliva tickets. We'll be reviewing the Bud Light Seltzer Ugly Sweater Pack live on the air, playing a quick game of Money Would You Rather at the bottom of the 8 o'clock hour. Then our lovely and talented Mac from Bob 106.9 is going to be stopping in top of the 9 o'clock hour for another edition of Chicks on Dudes. Cotter's in the midst of responding to people's emails, so you know it's annoying right now. He's very annoyed. You got that annoyed look on your face. Are you putting up with an annoying situation right now?
It's stuff.
It's an annoying situation. So Dune was put out on HBO Max over this past weekend. I have not seen it yet. Has anyone seen Dune? Anyone on the live stream right now? I want to watch it. It's on HBO Max. They also put it out in movie theaters. It made a decent amount of money. I think it made 50, 60, blah, 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 blah million. They literally greenlit the movie last night for the sequel. It was always supposed to be a two-parter. So the second part is now going to be coming out October of 2023.
Okay.
So it's kind of a quick turnaround. I feel like
it's not bad.
I feel like they always knew the sequel was going to happen, and they've just continued to work on this because it doesn't seem like something that Dune seems like it's such an epic scale of a film that you generally couldn't just put it together in 2 years. Like, I feel like they've been working on this for quite some time. They always knew it was going to be kind of a two-parter.
There are some people who are unhappy with the ending because I guess it is pretty much, there's another one coming, guys. And they left it wide open. So
yeah. Well, I mean,
you knew it was coming.
Yeah, I think they always talked about doing another part of it even before the movie came out. Rhett's excited about the Braves. Hell yeah, dude. 6-2. Rhett, we've decided Braves in 6. We're going Braves in 6 this year. Also, Phil, if you're on the live stream this morning, tell me to shut up. But Braves in 6. We're saying Braves in 6. Also, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Cam. Good morning, Rhett. Cam says, good morning, guys. Good to see Jake delivered the package I dropped off yesterday. Yes, we did get it.
Yes.
Currently, the beautiful Bud Light seltzers are sitting in Cotter's fridge. We'll go grab those here in about an hour or so because we're going to review them live on the air. Tony says, thanks for the Rocky Horror Show tickets, Cotter. My employee was very excited to get them.
Oh, awesome. You're welcome.
Rob, thanks for that story, man. Rob dropping in a fun little short story for our question of the day. Once again, our question of the day is, what do you generally overpay for and suffer through to make your kids happy, or what do your parents do for you, even though you know they hated it? My parents didn't do shit for me. I think they literally just said, get out of the house. Come back when it's dark outside. Rhett says, I like it. Braves in 6. I thought you would like that, man. Come on, let's go. Hey, Rhett, how about this? Cotter and I, if the Braves win the World Series, when they do, in 6, that would put the parade probably like next Friday. Would you go to the parade with us? But more importantly, will you drive Cotter and I to the parade in the back of a police vehicle?
Lights going the whole time.
Lights going the whole time.
Get there in and out, in and out.
Yeah, we're trying to get there. Yeah, we're not trying to make it land in 3 hours. We're trying to hit like a new land speed record of like 2 hours. That'd be great. But Yeah, if that's a possibility, Rhett, let us know. Also, we're going to get drunk as piss in the backseat.
Well, yeah.
But you got to be our DD, so.
I'm sure that's excellent use of,
At Buford's time,
yes.
Buford County Sheriff's Office?
Yeah.
So I got one of the first, I got a couple guests confirmed for our last show yesterday. So I do have Jeremy from Underdog Brewing Company. He's the new brewer, owner, operator of Underdog Brewing Company for your last show. Yesterday, I also confirmed Mike the Magician. That's right. Mike the Magician will be in studio our last day. He's taking the day off of work.
Oh, no.
He's taking the day off of work.
I'm so sorry, Mike. I'm not worth it. Don't do it.
Very excited about coming in. He has a magic trick that only you can do with him. He has a magic trick. I haven't told him any rules. I haven't said no nudity. So hopefully he doesn't try to, pull your penis out of a box or something. Is that my dick in a box?
You're good.
That's my dick in a box. Rhett says, I think the taxpayers would disagree with our choices. We are very likable, though. People really do. I think once they found out what we did, they'd be like, those guys are cool. It's fine. All right, guys, just a few minutes away, jumping back on the air. We got one more song after this one.
Yep, got about 4.5 minutes.
Back with what do you generally overpay for and suffer through to make your kids happy, or what do your parents do for you, even though you know they hated it?
I'll be right back. I'm going to start coffee. That's not us. Okay.
Tony, I think you're right. Yeah, they just knew they were doing the second part of it, and they just kept doing it without officially telling anyone until it was, officially official. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to watch Dune maybe over this weekend. It doesn't sound like any of you watched it. But Dune's available on HBO Max, I think, for a couple weeks. They do the first 30 days on HBO Max. They take it away for a few months, and they bring it back. Rudy, thank you for your quick little story there. Rudy, quick question. Rudy brought up Pokemon cards for stuff that he did for his kids that he hated having to mess with. I mean, do your kids have them anymore? And those things are generally, some of them are worth a lot of money. Do you have, some of those cards, and have you, put them away because they're, worth a lot of money? And if so, can I have them? Because I've seen kids, play with those card sets, growing up, and they just, beat the piss out of them. They tear them up. They're worth absolutely nothing. But some of those cards are worth a lot of money. The secondary market of Pokemon cards is oddly really, really hot right now. Rob says, I took your advice last week and watched the Thanksgiving sales vids. Looks like your parents would kill for their kids. All right. Rudy says, have some first edition sets, and my younger ones are into them, so I'm right back into the game. Nice. Something I don't think I mentioned yesterday, but I finished watching Midnight Mass. I think we did mention it. It was just okay. I wasn't in love with it, guys. I'm sorry. I finished watching that, and I think I'm halfway through. We somehow burned through 3 episodes of You Season 3 last night.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I made some amazing shrimp tacos, and then we watched some You Season 3 last night, and it was, it's good. I don't know if I love it as much as people are saying You Season 3 is.
Right.
People are saying it's excellent, and I'm like, it's okay. Rhett said, he goes, I do believe it would be fun to try your own Atlanta Kessel Run for the Atlanta Braves parade.
I like it. All right. All set there. Got about a minute and a half. A while ago, we talked about Bill Murray, supposedly joining Ant-Man 3. Sounds like it's pretty much confirmed. And what brought him to the project apparently was meeting director Peyton Reed, whom he found, quote, funny and humble. Everything you want with the director. Huh. He also admires some of Peyton's past work, including Bring It On, the cheerleader movie.
Of course.
Bill Murray said, a damn good film.
Bill Murray is excellent. Still one of the best guys.
This also sounds like it may be his one and only Marvel movie. He says, now I've tried at least one out. Now I tried at least one to see what it's like to shoot a Marvel movie, but I don't think I need the experience a second time.
Yeah, I get that.
So,
I mean, how cool. The cast of Ant-Man 3 must be ecstatic that Bill Murray
awesome.
showed up to their set.
Yeah, 100%.
They're the ones that get Bill Murray. Not the Thor guys, not the Iron Man or Captain America guys. It was Ant-Man.
Hey.
We should do like a bracket of like the coolest guys bracket.
Okay.
Like I'd want to put Dave Grohl in there.
Sure.
Bill Murray would be in there. Who else would be in the coolest guys bracket?
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah. So hold on. Dave Grohl.
Hold on, guys. We'll be right back.
Bill Murray.
Taking your calls, comments, and texts today. What do you generally overpay for and suffer through to make your kids happy? Or what did your parents do for you, even though you know they hated it? Good morning. Thank you for hanging out. Don't forget, join the stream, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. You can watch the show each and every morning. Like, follow, and subscribe. Today, I'm taking your calls, comments, and text, 800-394-1061. What do you generally overpay for and suffer through to make your kids happy? Or what did your parents do for you, even though you know they hated it? For me, my dad hated driving. And my dad is not necessarily a people person sometimes. So I think just a family vacation ate away at his very soul. And we did it every year.
So was he a flyer?
Oh, no, we drove.
Refused to fly, but always drove, yeah.
20 hours
from God.
Illinois when we eventually get to Naples. 20 hours. So I think he suffered through that each and every year, and I think those are one of the big reasons my parents hate each other. But the one thing that I had to suffer through for my kids, my oldest was a huge fan of High School Musical.
The Disney High School Musical series.
Yes. And movie. High School Musical 3, straight to the big screen.
Oh, wow.
I know. So my kid, it was High School Musical birthdays. It was High School Musical summer camp that we had to pay for.
There was a summer camp?
It was a specialty camp where they put on a performance at the end. So not only did I pay for my kid to go to High School Musical summer camp, I had to come in and sit through a 45-minute performance of a bunch of kids singing songs from High School Musical.
Only 45 minutes?
Only 45. I mean,
do you remember how much it cost?
I don't. This was years and years and years ago. But one of the worst. I didn't necessarily spend money on this, but still suffered through it. Corbin Bleu, one of the actors from High School Musical.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
He was...
Sound like a professional wrestler.
That'd been cool. He was at a hockey game for the team back when we lived in Illinois, and he was signing autographs.
Oh, okay.
It was opening night, first game of the season.
Yes.
Get there. My oldest, never gone to a hockey game, didn't care about hockey, just wanted to meet Corbin Bleu. We stood in line, no joke, 2.5 hours. 2.5.
The entire game.
The thing wrapped. I mean, I'm like, who wants to see Corbin Bleu? And this was at the height of High School Musical.
Right.
I mean, it was at its peak. But I'm like, who's going to be in line? We're 20 minutes in and out. No, there was no 20 minutes about this. It was absolutely ridiculous. And then we get up there to meet Corbin, and my kid is wearing like a High School Musical T-shirt, and he comments on it. I'm like, Say something to him. Come on. So nervous, doesn't even eke out a word. Got an autograph. Got your typical meet and greet.
Picture.
The autograph, picture.
Get out of here.
See you later.
As a dad at that point, and you're sitting in line for, once you get past 15, 20 minutes, you're like, wow, I'm going to be here for a while. Did you just tell your kid, stand in line and start going to the beer stand and just chugging beers?
I didn't.
I would have.
My kid was, I couldn't leave my kid at that point in time.
No, you totally could. Just stay in line. You see, stay in this line. Don't move. That's what I've done, man.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I would have just chugged beers the entire time. I would have been a wreck. When I would have been like, cordon bleu, I like your sandwich, bro. Didn't know a sandwich could dance. Tell my girl she's pretty. Tell her she's pretty, you son of a bitch.
And then speaking of the third one that came out on the big screen, we had to go opening weekend.
Oh, nice.
And it was kind of like what I would imagine a Justin Bieber concert would be. It was just a bunch of little kids screaming, clapping, and just going nuts for this movie.
In the movie theater.
In the movie
While
theater.
you're trying to sleep.
I couldn't sleep. Kids, I'm sleeping. But yeah, a High School Musical. I spent way too much money, way too much time and effort on High School Musical.
All right, well, absolutely, that's brutal, man. That's gutting, mostly because you didn't get wasted. Once again, guys, our question of the day is, what do you generally overpay for and suffer through to make your kids happy? Or what did your parents do for you, even though you know they hated it? Now, Tessie chimed in on our Facebook page, and I relate to this one quite a bit. She goes, I have a 25-year-old daughter and a 16-year-old daughter. This is where I relate. I think I have both of those. I have illegitimate children I still don't know of. She goes, music. Their music choices are pure crap. She goes, I have been to 2 Taylor Swift concerts now, one with each daughter, and an American Idol tour. That must have been brutal. I mean, that's the equivalent of High School Musical.
Yeah, the American Idol tour, I'm guessing, had to have been tougher than the Taylor Swift show, right?
Yes.
I mean, I think that would have been worse. I mean, Taylor, it's like, all right, you can at least every now and then it's like one of her songs. Like, okay, it's not.
She's
bad.
got some talent.
Yeah, high school. The American Idol would have been tough. Now, as when my kids were younger, I went to a Wiggles concert.
Oh man,
you know what though?
Is that what hell on earth is like?
It was cool as hell.
What?
I ain't gonna lie. So of all the shows I suffered through,
were you tripping?
When I should have been.
Yeah.
When with all the shows I suffered through when my kids were younger. For whatever reason, the Wiggles I dug. Catchy tunes, funny guys. Let's go to the Wiggles show. It was actually kind of fun.
Didn't realize you were a Wiggle guy.
I'm a Wiggle guy.
What a Wigglette?
Sure, we'll go.
Yeah,
I'm a Wigglette.
I don't know what
fruit salad. Yummy.
Is that code for something? Did you just order some kind of designer drug?
I think I did.
Yeah.
What do you generally overpay for and suffer through to make your kids happy? Or what did your parents do for you, even though you know they absolutely hated it? We have got a one-of-a-kind call from Wanda coming up next. You don't want to miss. Guns N' Roses, It's Hard School, Cotter and Marshall, Rock 106.1.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I won't lie. The Wiggles concert actually not bad. That was kind of fun.
Hey, Mr. Cordial.
We got about 2.5. I'm going to grab my coffee.
All right, do it. Let's see. Cool guy. Let's see. Yes, I agree. Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman should make the list. Keanu Reeves. Wow, I really got the idea sprouted into Tony's head here. Let's see. Keanu Reeves. I like that. That's good. Sam Jackson. I like that. So, guys, I was just thinking of like randomly doing a cool guy tournament. Maybe you could do this, I don't know, at some point. But the coolest guys available. Who would be a cool guy tournament, being like a 16-man cool guy tournament? Currently, I've got Dave Grohl, Bill Murray, Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman, Keanu Reeves, and Sam Jackson. Tony says if we had girls, I would put Jennifer Lawrence. She seems like a fun mess. I kind of agree with that. Rudy, Jeremy, thank you both for dropping in your stories there. Cotter, we may have enough to stretch this out over 3 if you want.
I like it. Yeah, I'm cool with that. We're kicking off with Wanda, right?
Yeah, let's kick off with Wanda, and then I will.
One.
I was going to do Shane's, but I may change that up.
Okay.
Depending on these other stories here. Ooh, Woody Harrelson would be a good one.
Yes.
I'm collecting quite the list.
Okay, I like this. We could do this. Something to add to the mix on the way out.
Nero, Clooney. Yeah, I think with cool guys, we can even add girls. I think. Adding,
I think that's good.
Well, we just call it the cool guy. Let's see.
All right, we got about 30 seconds.
All right, guys, coming back with more of your stories here. Yeah, kick off with the call, and then you're gonna go out on a Facebook story. Do you have one lined up?
Yep.
All right, yeah, do that, and I'll fill in the middle with whichever one I want to do.
Okay, sounds good. All right, guys, be right back. What do you generally overpay for and suffer through just to make your kids happy? Or what did your parents do for you even though you knew they hated it? We're taking those calls, comments, and texts this morning. The number, 800-394-1061. Of course, comment in on the chat, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Once again, what do you generally overpay for and suffer through just for your kids? Because you love them. You want them to be happy. What did your parents do for you even though you know they hated it? We got truly a one-of-a-kind call from Wanda telling us about what her mom suffered through just for her kids.
Okay, so this one's going to be about my mom because y'all mentioned what our parents did.
Right.
My mom went to jail several times for us for writing bad checks.
Huh.
So that we would have clothes for school,
Right.
food on the table, a roof over our head because my dad was an ass. So she went several times, and she was pissed, but she did what she had to do. So I don't know too many moms that would actually do like that and go to jail.
So how many times did she go to jail?
2 that I know of for checks.
Right.
She went to jail another time because she took my car, which wasn't registered. It was not registered, no insurance. She got like a quarter mile up the road, and the cop was behind her, saw it, pulled her over.
Oh.
Took her for jail for that, and pretty sure she had warrants, probably for checks then too.
Your mom sounded like a sassy woman, but I like her. I respect it.
God, if y'all ever had me, you'd understand. Cussed like a sailor, but loved her babies.
Marshall, would your parents suffer through jail for you?
No, they barely suffered through parenthood with me. Are you kidding me? My parents were like the type of people who were like, they open the door at 7 a.m. They're like, come back when it's dark outside. And they're like, we don't want to see you. And I'm like, all right, cool. And I just went off and did karate in the woods and stuff. All right, once again, guys, our question of the day is, what do you generally overpay for and suffer through to make your kids happy? Or what do your parents do for you, even though you know they hated it, or did for you, even though they hated it? So we got some great stories. Here's 2 sports-related ones, kind of back-to-back, Cotter. Now, Shane chimed in on our Facebook page. He said, sports. My poor mother drove me to ice hockey practice sometimes as early as 4 to 5 a.m. on her weekends off. And ice hockey is not cheap. He said, thank you, Mom. Also, Tony chimed in on the stream today. Another kind of sports one. She goes, while I didn't hate it, I think we spent a ton of money on roller derby for our daughter. We traveled throughout the United States and paid a lot. I would never change it, but we probably are looking at about $50,000 to $75,000 throughout the decade that she played roller derby. Yeah, you add in like all the meals, the hotel stays, just the traveling, the gas money from here to there, the fees, the roller skates, the injuries your daughter probably suffered. Probably had a broken arm or twisted ankle going to the doctor. Yeah, it's crazy. She probably spent $50,000 to $75,000 over a decade of her daughter just playing roller derby.
I'm glad my kids only made it one practice for that thing, because that would have been expensive. Kellyanne hit us up on Facebook. Sometimes you just got to suffer through your own kids just to make them happy. She said, we surprised our kids by taking them to Monster Jam at Gillette Stadium in Boston.
Nice.
The kids loved monster trucks. So, but to hide it, they told them that they're actually going to see Paw Patrol. So they
Kids
didn't,
love Paw Patrol. Yeah, I
didn't
guess.
want to reveal that they're going to the monster trucks, which she loved. However, once they got there, she was so disappointed that they weren't at Paw Patrol. She got upset and was mad the entire time at the monster trucks.
Kids are just ungrateful, right?
Ungrateful.
Just completely ungrateful. Even when you're going to surprise them with something cool and you're like, oh, we're going to this terrible thing of you don't like Paw Patrol. They're really disappointed. Ugh.
All right, call, comment, and text 800-394-1061. What did you do? What do you generally overpay for and suffer through to make your kid happy? Or what does your parents do for you back in the day? We got a story. Got a text from Nick. His dad took one for the team. We'll get to that next. Your stories as well. Cotter and Marshall, Rock 1061.
We can actually just jump in right now, and I got some honorable mention stuff we probably won't get to on the air. Rob says right here, I feel Rob's like pain when he wrote this. He said, for the kids, I have 4 girls. Having to watch Barbie movies year after year is something he did for his children.
I was there 100%. My kids loved the Barbie movies. We had the Barbie Princess Castles. It became my mom's thing to get my kids the Barbie movies, and I hated her for it. The other thing my mom does that annoys me when it comes to my kids, even me sometimes, every birthday or Christmas card she sends, she puts glitter in it.
Like glitter in, like just loose
just in
glitter?
the card, yes. And it's like, I know now, so I'm really, really careful when I open it. But man, the first few times I rip, boom. God damn it, Mom.
She's your mom. I feel like your mom's, is she a big like Christmas girl? Christmas gal?
No.
Well, what's with the glitter?
She's weird.
She just doesn't like you. You know what you should do? Ask your brothers if your mom puts glitter in their cards.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, like kind of test them and see if your mom just hates you.
I'm guessing she puts them in one of my brother's cards, but probably not the other. That's a weird situation altogether that we don't need to get into.
Let's see. Okay, so how do we want to work break number 3 here?
I definitely want to read Nick's. Nick's is good.
Yeah, start off with Nick because you kind of teased it there.
Yeah.
And then I can go into...
And then obviously we can go right into trivia.
Tony said confetti would have been better. She said that is cruel. Effing glitter is a mess.
It sucks. It sucks so bad. So you sent a birthday card to my youngest. Obviously, her birthday was when her birthday hit. No, I'm sorry, it wasn't a birthday. It was just stuff. She moved into school, so she just sent her some stuff for college. A card came with it. I warned her. I'm like, be careful when you open that card. She's like, oh no, I opened it. Glitter went everywhere. Every time, man. Every time.
So people are still continuing on with adding people to the cool guy list.
Okay.
The cool guy tournament we're going to do.
I love this.
Man, I've got a ton of entries now.
I mean, so how big are we going? Are we going a full 64? I mean, we going stupid big?
I think maybe 32 at this point, but Dave Grohl, Bill Murray, Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman, Keanu Reeves, Sam Jackson, Woody Harrelson, Robert De Niro, George Clooney, Jennifer Lawrence, The Rock, Matthew McConaughey, Charlize Theron, Aubrey Plaza, Margot Robbie, Nick Offerman.
Oh, good call.
Oh, did I say The Rock? Yeah, The Rock.
Yeah, The Rock, I think, needs to be there. He just seems cool as hell.
Yeah, Rob was Rob from on the guitar in New Zealand. Is there any cooler than The Rock? Oh, Tony said Joan Jett and Debbie Harry. Deborah. What are you, the cops? Deborah Harry? Your full legal name, please. Red says there is no cost, but allowing the kids to sleep in mom and dad's bed. They squirm, roll, kick, and just make it awful for us.
Yes. As a kid, though, I for whatever reason, loved going to sleep in my parents' bed. As a kid, I loved it. As a parent, hated it.
Mm-hmm. Jack Black, Gal Gadot.
Oh, there you go. Those are good.
Good morning, Sean. not on your Horny for Smoked Meats Twitch account. The Savannah Housewives, new pro hockey team name. It was all just a big ploy to get a reality TV show. I like it.
What about Seth Rogen?
Seth could be on the list. There's Sean chiming in again on his other account. What's up, man? All right, so this next break, sorry. So you're going to read off Nick's from our text line.
Yep.
I like Rudy's. Rudy dropped in actually a couple, but
On the chat?
on the stream, yeah.
Okay. Hello.
Morning, Stacy. Lindsay had a good one, kind of a fuller one. We had a lot of people chime in on Facebook that was just like Disney, batteries, cheese dip.
How expensive is your cheese dip?
Jeremy goes, until recently, competitive cheer. Dude, talk about hell.
Neither of my kids did that. Thank you, sweet baby Jesus. I've heard enough nightmares about that from other people.
Let's see. Scott says toilet paper. Wanda says food, water, heat, electricity, mortgage, clothes, entertainment. I mean, the list is endless.
What tickets we doing today?
The Saliva tickets
Saliva.
at Victory North. Hold on, let me see that. I got the page up, I think. Check out the date real quick. Thursday, December 9th. The Every 20 Years tour.
Cool.
Rhett goes, he's dead, but Sean Connery. I think you have to be alive for this, right? There's too many dead people.
Yeah.
Sorry, Sean Connery's out. Someone did say Nicolas Cage. He's in.
I think Nicolas Cage is good. What about Chris Pratt?
Chris Pratt? Yeah, I guess.
I mean, you've got you've got all of the Marvel people.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Yeah, I'm somewhere around 25 right now. Jeremy says Matthew Lillard, cool guy. I agree, but I don't think anyone else would.
Yeah.
What about Steve Buscemi? Steve's pretty cool. All right. What are we doing? Oh, sorry, Sean. So we were just talking about, I was talking about doing like a cool guy, like NCAA style tournament. So we're just kind of throwing out names for cool guys to be a part of this tournament. I already got Clooney on the list.
Andrew says Christopher Walken. I don't know if you got that one. Ooh, Will Ferrell. And then you go with John C. Reilly as well. All right, so at this break, I'm going to start with Nick's.
Yeah, after Nick's, I'll probably do Lindsay's because it's too obvious not to bring up like the Disney World stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, how about this? We'll just go back and forth, and I'll end on skateboards with Rudy because I can kind of chime in with my own experience with that. So you do Nick. I'll do Lindsay. You do one more. I'll do Rudy.
I really don't have any others.
Well, then I'll just do two in a row.
Yeah, that's fair.
Smoking Jay Cutler. Shut up, Rudy. Definitely not a cool guy.
All right, guys, we'll be right back. What do you generally overpay for and suffer through just to make your kids happy? Or what did your parents do for you even though you know they hated it? Some great calls, comments, and texts today about what you overpay for just to make your kids happy or things your parents suffered through. Now, Nick hit us up with a text, 800-394-1061, and this is a dad taking one for the team. I said, my name is Nick, and my parents really like the school system in Effingham County and my group of friends growing up, but my dad's job got moved to South Carolina. Rather than move, he drove 2.5 hours to and from work for years to keep me from having to change everything up. I don't know how much he hated doing it, but I know that it had to take a toll on him, and words cannot express how much I appreciate it to this day. I hope I can be half the dad to my son as he is to me.
5 hours a day of his life on the roadways just so his kid can stay in school, the school he was in. That's an all-time dad trophy moment.
100%. Yeah. Nick, your dad wins.
Yeah, if your dad's still around, take him out to a steak dinner. Buy him a prostitute. At least take him to Emperor's or something. Do something real nice for dad. Yeah, every year. You kind of own one. All right. Once again, our question of the day is, what do you generally overpay for and suffer through to make your kids happy, or what does your parents do for you? Lindsay chimed in on our Facebook page saying, amusement parks in general, and as a Disney dad, Cotter, I want your comments on this. She goes, my mom hates amusement parks, state fairs, and carnivals. She goes, I've never been to Disney World, but she did take us against her will to places like SeaWorld, Discovery Cove, Wild Adventures, because they were just a smaller Disney. So as a Disney dad, I mean, obviously the prices are the price gouging, I think stupid. Is the correct way to say it for Disney is the worst part. But I mean, do you relate to this? I mean, was Disney a bad experience with the kids? I mean, just as straight up grown up, it's awesome because you don't have two little kids or four or how many ever kids you have, you have to corral them. But is it cool? I mean, to do with the kids?
I never had an issue taking my kids to Disney. Now, paying Disney sucked. I mean, we were in debt for various reasons, house moving, all this stuff. But we were in deeper debt because we got year passes to Disney the first year we moved here to Savannah.
Yeah, you went all out.
We went all in. I don't regret a minute of it. I mean, it was awesome. Just when you go into Disney with kids, especially when they're younger, you can tell why they call it the happiest place on earth. It's a magical experience. So no, for all the money we spent, for all the debt we got into, I have no regrets taking my kids to Disney.
All right, well, we got one more before we jump into trivia here on Rock 106.1. So Rudy chimed in. He goes, what my parents did was spend an ungodly amount of money on skateboards, and I tore through them in my heyday of skating and snowboard gear and passes. Now, my parents did not allow me to have a skateboard, but I was able to hide one from them for about a week.
It was a week?
It was a tiny blue skateboard. And I was a kid. I was like 9, 10 years old. My buddy gave me a skateboard because we talked about skateboarding so much. So I would go around the block and I would practice skateboarding down our terrible paved streets.
Right.
Now, obviously that didn't work too well. So but we had a paved sidewalk in front of my house. So one day I was like, all right, screw it. I'm going to practice skateboarding in front of my house. I literally fell down once. My mom must have saw me and immediately just watched me. I fell down once. She ran outside, took my skateboard, and she put it in the rafters of my garage. I did not get that skateboard for 3 years.
Oh, my Lord.
Yeah, I went and got it afterwards, and then I totally lost interest. I think I fell down one more time skateboarding. I'm like, no, it's not for me. Totally killed my skateboarding love.
That's one thing I wish I learned as a kid. I wish I learned how to skateboard.
Yeah, it's sick, right?
It always looks so cool.
Yeah.
When you're doing it, whether it's just you're skating down the street, whether you're doing tricks, I'm like, every time I see somebody on a skateboard, I'm like, I wish I would have learned that.
I spent more time playing Tony Hawk than actually skateboarding. Yeah.
Are you smarter than a community college dropout? It is time to play some trivia. Up for grabs today, tickets for Saliva.
That's right. Thursday, December 9th, they are playing over at Victory North Savannah. Their Every 20 Years tour. So if you want to go see that show, hit us up, 1-800-394-1061. If you're the first one in, you automatically win those tickets. And then after that, you play trivia against one of us.
Are you smarter than a community college dropout? It's next. Cotter and Marshall, Rock 106.1.
All right, here we go.
Rock 106.1, who's this?
It's Holly.
Hey, Holly, how's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing great. Who do you want to take on today, myself or Marshall?
I'll take on you since you're leaving.
All right. Good luck, Holly.
I love it. All right, Holly, you know the deal. 7 questions, 60 seconds. We do have multiple choice questions today. We have 3, actually, so I'll give you a heads up on which ones those will be when we get to them. Other than that, are you ready?
I guess.
All right. Question.
I guess we gotta be.
All right. Question number 1. Your time will begin after I ask the first question. Shaquille O'Neal is actually a doctor. In what field did he earn a doctorate? This is not multiple choice.
I don't know. Psychology.
Incorrect. Question number 2. This is multiple choice. What phenomenon do serologists study? Is it whales or crop circles?
Well.
Incorrect. Question number 3. What TV show did Mork and Mindy spin off from?
Mork and Mindy. I don't know.
All right, we'll say pass. Question number 4 is multiple. Question number 4 is multiple choice. How many spaces are there on a standard Monopoly board? Is it 40, 50, or 30?
50.
Incorrect. Question number 5. What does Charlie Brown set out to do in the made-for-TV special, A Charlie Brown Christmas?
Find a Christmas tree.
Incorrect. Question number 6. Androphobia is the fear of what? This is multiple choice. Men or women?
What was the name?
Androphobia is the fear of what? Men or women? Did we lose Holly? Did we lose Holly?
Oh, we did. Yeah.
Well, Holly's gone. Well, it wasn't going great. She had 0 at that point.
How far she?
That was question number 6 out of 7.
Okay.
Let's see if we'll give it a second to see if she calls back, I guess. And then if she doesn't, we will just say she got the last 2 right.
You're very generous.
Why not? It was not going well for her.
Okay.
It was not going well. Let's see. We'll give it a second. Holly, if you're around, try calling back. Maybe just out of frustration, she hung up on me.
She's like, "This is hard."
I guess it's a little difficult. I mean, there's 3 multiple choice questions.
Right. She. I'd say just let's move forward.
Yeah. No, well, you know what? We'll give her the last 2.
Okay.
We're just going to say she got those right.
Okay. Fair enough.
All right. Got her. Welcome to Are You Smarter Than a Community College Dropout
Thank
Trivia.
you.
It's an interesting game today. Holly got 2 out of 7 correct. So let's go ahead and quiz you. See if you do as well. Question number 1, Cotter, goes a little something like this. There are 3 multiple choices today. I'll let you know when those come around. This is not multiple choice.
Okay.
Shaquille O'Neal is actually a doctor. In what field did he earn a doctorate?
It has to be an honorary one, right?
Sure.
I'll say he's a doctor of thugonomics.
Wow. Jesus.
I don't know.
Wow.
Well, it's John Cena. He's the doctor of thugonomics.
Incorrect.
Okay.
Question number 2 is multiple choice. What phenomenon do serologists study? Whales or crop circles?
I really just wanted it to be crop circles.
That is correct.
Okay.
Question number 3. What TV show did Mork and Mindy spin off from?
Oh, Happy Days.
That is correct. Question number 4 is multiple choice. How many spaces are there on a standard Monopoly board? 40, 50, or 30?
It's got to be 40.
That is correct. Question number 5. Why does it got to be 40?
Because there's 10. You can do 10 and skip to the corners.
Question number 5. What does Charlie Brown set out to do in the made-for-TV special, A Charlie Brown Christmas?
Prove the true meaning of Christmas.
That is correct.
Okay.
Question number 6. Androphobia is the fear of what? Men or women?
Men.
That is correct. Question number 7. What team bought Babe Ruth from the Boston Red Sox?
The Yankees.
That is correct. All right, Cotter, you got 6 out of 7 today. Kind of a beating, but the good news for Holly is she still gets those tickets. I still think I have her information somewhere.
We got her number. We're good.
Congratulations, Holly. So let's go ahead and go over the correct answers for Are You Smarter Than a Community College Dropout trivia today. Shaquille O'Neal is actually a doctor. In what field did he earn a doctorate? That would be education.
It's honorary, right?
I don't know.
Did he go back and get a doctorate?
Maybe.
Okay, good for him.
He's got a lot of talent. He's a police sheriff, all sorts of stuff. Question number 2, what phenomenon do serologists study? That would be crop circles. Question number 3, what TV show did Mork and Mindy spin off from? The Happy Days. Question number 4, how many spaces are there on a standard Monopoly board? That would be 40. What does Charlie Brown set out to do in the made-for-TV special A Charlie Brown Christmas? Find the true meaning of Christmas. Question number 6, androphobia is the fear of men. And what team bought Babe Ruth from the Boston Red Sox? That would be the Yankees.
Back at it tomorrow, 7:30. Are you smarter than a community college dropout? Coming up top of the 8 o'clock hour, we're back at it with Bud Light Seltzer. It's their Ugly Sweater Holiday Pack. We will try and rate them live on the air. Cotter and Marshall, Rock 106.1.
All right, guys, we're going to jump off the stream here so he can add that up. We'll be right back.
Cotter and Marshall Show. Are you smarter than a community college dropout? We've got Holly on the line. Holly, who do you want to take on? Myself, Cotter, or Marshall?
Okay, the guys back on the live stream here. Thanks for hanging out with us while Cotter was editing up. Are you smarter than a community college dropout trivia? Holly's phone died. She actually chimed in on the live chat and said, "Sorry, my phone is stupid," and died.
Sorry, Holly.
So with that win, Cotter's record now moves to 48 wins, 8 losses, and 5 ties. Once again, thanks for hanging out with us while Cotter is editing that up.
All right.
So in another episode of Fat Guy Theater yesterday, I went to Chipotle yesterday for lunch, and I was like, you know what sounds good? Just like a little burrito action. So I've gotten to the point with burritos, and as you know, Cotter, I'm a burrito purist.
Yeah.
I have let go of an important ingredient in a burrito that many people would probably crucify me for. I have let go of rice. I have let go of rice on a burrito.
Is it taste choice? Is it because you're just looking to cut some calories out of it?
I think the calorie thing. Also, rice makes me feel like really heavy.
Okay.
Oddly enough, sushi rice doesn't. But just like Chipotle rice, I don't know what they put in it. Like the brown rice or the white rice. I feel like when I eat some of their rice, I feel like I'm 1,000 pounds.
So you typically don't do beans in a burrito either, do you?
I don't like beans either, man.
Wow.
Yeah. So yesterday it was the fajita mix.
Okay.
Which is, they're chopped up bell peppers and stuff and onions. Fantastic. I love it. So fajita mix, and then I went with their new smoked brisket.
Is it good?
I'm not gonna lie, it is effing delicious.
Okay.
It's like a $2 upcharge, which is stupid as F. But I did that. A little sour cream, a little cheese, a little corn salsa in there. Delightful.
Nice.
Delightful, guys. It's the way to go. Wanda says someone ran into the ditch by the school. Oh, nice. So a typical Savannah driver. Perfect.
All right, we're into trivia now on the air, guys.
So coming up here atop the 8 o'clock hour, Cotter and I are going to come back, and we're going to review the brand new Bud Light seltzers. We have Seltzer Nog.
Can we do that last? Seltzer Nog?
Absolutely.
Okay.
We'll do
the rest of the order.
Seltzer Nog, Sugar Plum, Cranberry, and Cherry Cordial. Let's start off. I want to start off with Cherry Cordial because I want to start in on my favorites. Already my 2 perceived favorites.
I mean, I think going in, the Cherry Cordial's got to be the best one, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's got to be the one. Sugar plum. I have no idea. What does a plum taste like? I've never had a plum.
You never had plums before?
No.
They're just like sweet, but they got they're kind of like a beet. They're a little bit earthy.
Okay.
In texture, obviously, this is a liquid, so I'm guessing it'll just be kind of a sweeter taste.
Okay. By the way, guys, it is Wednesday. If you want to get a top 5 in.
Oh yeah, top 5. Speaking of, we have not had our managers meeting canceled. Although our managers meeting has been canceled for quite a few weeks in a row.
2 months.
I think we're actually going to have one today.
You think so?
Yeah, I'm putting my money down. I think we're going to have.
It makes sense.
A managers meeting today.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Mm-hmm. But once again, in Fat Guy Theater, the new Chipotle smoked brisket was delicious. Now I kind of want to go back and just do the bowl today.
And I love a burrito, but for whatever reason, I just, when I go to Chipotle, I'm all about the bowl. All about the bowl.
Yeah.
I like the bowl.
I haven't done a burrito in a long time.
Yeah.
Long time. And then last night, I'm on a huge Mexican kick yesterday. I made shrimp tacos. So tell me if this sounds good. So I get, obviously I get the bag of the giant pre-cooked shrimp from Sam's Club. Deshelled them, everything. Seasoned them with kosher salt.
Okay.
Tahini.
Oh.
And then I squeezed on some lime, and I let that sit for about 2 hours, a little marinate.
Right.
Obviously stirred it all up. Cooked it just on the stove with some light olive oil, and then I threw a bit of garlic and a bit of butter in there.
Oh.
So kind of cooked it down with that. Beautiful on the tacos.
Nice.
And then tacos, I bought a Thai sweet chili sauce because I wanted them spicy, obviously, with the tahini and everything. So I drizzled that on top with some like a little bit of sour cream, a little bit of cheese. Fantastic. Not the best tacos I've made, but pretty damn good.
Nice.
All right, guys, we're wrapping up. Are You Smarter Than a Community College Dropout live on the air? You guys heard it first.
So Mexican is like my favorite style of food.
I think it's everyone's.
So moving to Austin, get some great Tex-Mex. Dude.
Yeah, it's literally the only reason I'm coming to visit you.
Next time you see me, I will weigh 300 pounds.
Is there a good spot to like go running?
There is. Yeah, they've got the whole downtown. There's like Lake Travis and stuff like that. So they've got a whole little section that you can run and bike in.
Okay.
So around Zilker Park and stuff like that.
So those are going to be all the places you're not going to be visiting.
Yeah, those are places I avoid.
Yeah. Were you going to go running today? Well, it's just so far that way. The trail literally starts outside your front door. It gets so busy in the morning.
So busy.
In the afternoon, the middle of the night. All right, guys, once again, drop in your top fives for the week. Let us know what you've been working on while we're leading into our big-time Bud Light Seltzer review. Top five, Charles says 1 through 5, balls to the wall work and trying to clean up all the backlog of my crap in my office. Let's see. Tony dropped a top 5. It's very impressive. Carve pumpkins with the staff. Tony's a big-time staff leader. Like, she's a big-time manager. She gets all the cool stuff for her staff. Number 4, get water for the office. If you need a water guy, I know a water guy who's pretty excellent.
He was just here yesterday.
Yeah. Number 3, massage people. Yep, that's kind of what you do. No tugs. Number 2, get pamphlet to printer. I don't know what that means. Is that a drug thing? Cotter, you're a drug guy. Is that like get pamphlet? Did she just order drugs?
I think so.
Okay, cool. And then number 1, eat Mexican food. Thanks, Marshall. Yeah, I'm just saying.
Mexican food is the business, man. So I did not go to Chewy's when I went to Austin.
That must have hurt your soul.
It was weird because every time I go, so there's the original Chewy's, which is down Barton Springs, which you and I went to over 10 years ago. Met a cowboy, got a picture taken.
15 years. 17.
No, not 17, right?
Yep, pretty sure it was like 16 years ago then.
Jesus Christ. Anyway, so couldn't go there because ACL was going on, and it's like right there by Barton Springs Road. So we couldn't go there. But there is, now that obviously Chewy's is a chain, you can find it everywhere, they have a couple others in Austin, and there's one like 10 minutes from my aunt's house. That's usually the one we go to, and just didn't make it. So one of the first things I will do when I get to Austin, I'm going old school Barton Springs Chewy's.
Right.
Ordering it up.
All right, you've got to, and I know you won't, you've got to branch out a little bit on your Mexican food. I will. I need you to find, like, the best Mexican food places, because at some point, I'm sure I'll come down to Texas, the heart of it, and come see you. I want to go to the best barbecue places, and I want to go to the best Mexican food places.
Yeah, I can do that.
And if it's one of those things where it's like, if you to get food from the barbecue place, you have to like show up at line at 6 a.m. I'm willing to do that.
Okay.
Like figure out what those places are and let's do that.
I'm in. No, I'm in. And it's like, yes, I will go to Chewy's an exorbitant amount of times.
Yeah, too many times.
I agree. But
and once again, we both agree it's the Applebee's of Mexican food, but continue.
But anyway, I'm more than willing to to branch out, and because I love the Mexican or Tex-Mex food so much, I will hit up every stinking place I can.
Yeah, you gotta figure out where the goodness is.
I gotta find one of those small rinky dink, like food truck kind of thing and find the good ones there too.
And I know Chewy's is your first love, but like by the time we talk next, I want you to have like all right, Chewy's, I get it. My first love will always be a top 3 for me, but these couple places are the business.
Yeah, no, I can do that.
All right, guys, we got some more top 5s. We're into commercial breaks here on Rock 106.1 while we're just hanging out. Once again, drop in your top 5. Ooh, tons of people. Let us know what you got working on, what you're doing heading into the weekend that you have to get done. Rudy says, drop empty trailer. Pick up loaded trailer. Rudy's like one of the only working truck drivers in America. If when you go buy something, think of Rudy because he most likely took whatever you bought to the place that you're buying it from. He's got to pick up a loaded trailer. Number 3, drive hundreds of miles. Number 4, unload thousands of boxes. Number 5, drive hundreds of miles and repeat. I mean, and Rudy's got to be absolutely slammed from now until like Christmas,
probably.
to the end of the year.
Yeah.
Rudy, honestly, quit and then look for someplace that'll pay you double because I almost guarantee someone will at this point. Let's see. Lane dropped in her top 5. Number 1, get through still growing emails at only 554. She was at 800 yesterday. Hey, clap it up.
That's process.
Clap
That's progress.
it up for Elaine. Clap it up for everyone at home. Clap it up for Elaine. Progress. We're proud of you, girl. Number 2, go pick up meds. Number 3, go get the jab. Why is everyone on drugs right now? Did you call everyone? They're like, hey, if you need some drugs before I go, hit me up.
Hey, it's an everything must go sale.
It must be
going out of business.
Yeah. Well, for Savannah, your business in Austin's growing. Number 4, get home in time for cycle count result meeting. Ugh, I don't know what that means, but that sounds terrible because it ended with the word meeting. And number 5, go to bed early because I've only had 2 hours sleep. Jesus Christ. That doesn't sound good at all. Let's see. Sean's got top 5, Cotter.
Okay.
Top 5, number 1, clear the leaves and gutters. Oh, are you going to clean your gutters before you sell your house?
Don't have gutters.
Not at all?
Mm-mm.
Like you didn't have like one set? Oh. Number 2, get my new phone on Saturday. Number 3, eat Chipotle and try their brisket. You're welcome. Number 4, go to Halloween party on Saturday night. Nice. Number 5, drink beers and play video games on Sunday. That sounds like a hell of a day. I was drinking a Coors Light and playing some Metroid Dread on Sunday.
Nice.
Not gonna lie.
I love Rets. Number 1, along Tony's lines, arrest criminals. Number 2, watch Braves. 3, watch Clemson versus FSU. 4, take kiddos trick-or-treating. 5, eat the kids' candy Sunday night.
Someone's got to benefit. Yeah, someone's got to benefit from that candy mess.
So all this week at the top of every hour, playing like a Halloween theme song. Yeah. So it just gives me excuses to play songs that I love that we don't normally get to play.
Of course, yeah.
And wouldn't necessarily make sense for us to play anyway. So top of the 8 o'clock hour, guys, Talking Head Psycho Killer. I love this song.
Psycho Killer.
So that's top of the hour. Excited. Max top 5, radio stuff, CrossFit, Bible study, find a place to live, pack.
Huh.
I got a house for sale, Mac.
It's true. Lane says drugs from Cotter. Shh. All right, Rudy, maybe you can explain this. He goes, there's effing Christmas trees all over these damn trailers. Why do we need so many effing Christmas trees? This is ridiculous. I mean, there were Christmas trees up 2 weeks ago in Lowe's. I mean, they're literally half their store is Christmas trees this point. They move stuff out to put effing Christmas trees in.
Yeah. Like I said, man, it's got to be where the money is. They wouldn't do it this soon if they weren't making money.
So because you're going to be in this weird, like, living limbo, you're most likely going to be still living at your aunt and uncle's place in Austin.
Yeah.
When it comes to Christmas. Will you put up like a little tiny Christmas tree, like a Charlie Brown Christmas tree in your room inside of your aunt and uncle's house?
Probably not. No. They'll have a tree that will cover everything I need. All good.
So it's going to be weird because they are going to buy you presents this year.
Boy.
They are definitely going to buy you presents. So what are you going to do for them in return?
I'm going to have to figure something out. I'll get them something. I'll buy my uncle's next keg of beer at ABGB. He's got like a kegerator in his house.
Right.
Always got beer in it. So I'll buy him that. I don't know what to get my aunt. She's really, really kind of hard to shop for.
If they go out to eat a lot, just buy them some gift cards to restaurants.
That's true. Oh, they're a big game-playing family.
Like what games?
Like all kinds of games. Cards is their big thing, but they'll play board games and stuff like that. So maybe I just find a cool game that.
Why don't you? I know they do but why don't you get like a personalized set of cards for them? It has like their name and shit on them.
Oh, that could be fun.
Yeah.
I like
do that.
I did that last year for Dana because obviously we play a lot of cards too, and it's kind of our souvenir whenever we go someplace. We buy a deck of cards from that.
Stall nudes. You just put a bunch of dick shots on your playing cards.
Just my dick on the cards.
What if you did that? And she's like, "Is this your flaccid penis over it?" And it's the same picture, but the Joker is just your. Gotcha.
The queen is tucked. Shoot, that's funny.
Oh, you should totally do that. You know what? Get your aunt the same set. just give that set to your aunt. Why are these used? Oh my God! Why is it so dark in that one area?
Rhett said, "Pay them rent." Yeah, we've talked about that. That's the challenge, Rhett. I got to figure out how I'm going to contribute to them financially, because they are not ones, especially my aunt. She's not one to accept money. So I think we talked about just hiding, 20s and around the house in various locations, and maybe the only way I could pay them.
Yeah, go into the coat closet and just put like $100 bills in every one of her pockets.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
Elaine says, Elaine says that she needs Tony's information. I need Tony's info for a massage. I think Tony just said she had to take off for the day. Elaine, message us, and we'll get you that information.
Cam hit us up.
It's a perfect touch massage.
Yeah, Cam hit us up with the top 5. Stock the new liquor store downtown. Ooh, where's that at?
Yeah.
2, sell beer. 3, stock up on beer for the weekend. 4, go to the Mark Broussard concert. 5, place bets for weekend football games.
Nice.
Solid.
Wanda has a top 5. Numbers 1 through 5 all pretend to seeking professional help and learning how to adjust with the news that Cotter is moving away. Ooh, you son of a bitch, Cotter.
I'm so bad.
Look at that guilt trip she just threw on you.
I'm so sorry, Wanda. I'm so sorry.
Sean says hide money in an ornament on the tree.
Oh, there we go. I like that. Buy groceries. Elaine, that's probably going to be my in. I think that's going to be the easiest thing. It's just like, hey, I'm going to the store. What do you need? Let me get it.
Yeah.
So
Elaine says buy them Cards Against Humanity or What the Meme.
What the Meme might be fun. My aunt, we've played Cards Against Humanity before. My aunt is not a fan of it. She's just not. Everybody else all about it.
Yeah.
She's not a fan of it.
She's just like too raunchy for her?
Yeah, a little bit. She doesn't. I mean, she's not even a prude. She just doesn't like the game. But What the Meme might not be bad.
Sean says Poetry for Neanderthals is a great game. Never even heard of that one.
I haven't either.
Let's see.
My aunt is the type of person that I will have to argue with in order just to do my own laundry.
Yeah, that's weird.
I'm 45 years old. I'll do my own laundry. I got this. But that'll be that.
So wait, aunt is your mom's sister?
My dad's sister.
Dad's sister. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, she was basically a stay-at-home mom most of her life. She worked a little bit, I think, when they first moved to Austin, when the kids were younger and they just had the one or two. But their house was just the place all of her kids' friends went to. So she just likes to take care of people. She likes to feed people. That's just what my aunt loves.
Dude, you're gonna be so fat.
I feel so bad.
You're gonna be such a fat piece of shit.
So bad. That's just who my aunt is. So it's just like it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough.
Yeah, and here's the thing: you're too nice to say, "Oh, I'm not gonna eat tonight." She's gonna be like, "You're not fucking eat, man."
That's the crap.
Yeah.
That's the bad part.
Yeah, you're gonna be such a fat ass.
Sean, it's from the people who made Exploding Kittens. I have Exploding Kittens.
Oh. Elaine says that I need to start getting monthly massages in Daytona. She said a guy said I felt like I was lifting bricks all day. Jesus.
All right, we got about 3 minutes, and we're hopping into some Bud Light seltzers.
Yeah, my wife is a dental hygienist, so she's like in this weird crouched position, because she sprays stuff in people's mouths all day, which sounds kind of funny. So I get her a massage. Like I get it like every 3 months, mostly because I don't want to spend all the money on buying a massage every single month. But every quarter, I make sure my wife gets a massage, and we just go to a Perfect Touch massage over here.
Well, we went and got them about a month ago, the wife and I, and we're like, oh, we're treating ourselves. That's like every quarter. This is our thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's out the window.
They just find a new spot.
Yeah.
Once you guys get settled and jobs and everything.
And I think the reality of all of this is really starting to kick in to my wife, because like I said, I've got the sweet end of the deal. I'm going to Texas. I've got a place to live. My aunt will freaking do anything, take care of me. My wife, we've got to find her a freaking small ass apartment.
Right.
She's going to live there with 3 cats. Hopefully the house sells before I move, so she doesn't have to dick with that on her own. I feel That's the biggest reason why I feel like shit about this whole thing is just because she's going to get the crap end of this deal until May. So if the house sells before I leave and we get her a place to stay, I will feel so much better. If none of that happens before I leave, I hope I'm married by the time May happens. Because there's just, it's going to be, and she keeps telling me, it's like, look, if I get upset and if I cry, I'm not crying about the move. I'm not mad at you. It's just the situation is stressful. So I'm like, there's part of me is like,
so you guys haven't found a spot for her to live yet?
Not yet.
No. Just have her move in with your friends that have that gigantic house over there on Wilmington Island.
It was kind of thrown the idea of short term, but the cats thing is the hard part because I think the lady that lives there is allergic to cats.
Put them in a kitty jail.
She won't do it. She won't do it. I do not have the not safe for work edition of Exploding Kittens. That sounds interesting. Rhett, we were asking, or Marshall was asking the same question. Have you watched Dune on HBO yet? Is it worth it? Neither of us have. Marshall asked that same question. If anybody has watched it, let us know.
Yeah, no one. I asked that question and no one chimed in. So my guess is no one's probably watched it yet. All right, so we're starting with cherry cordial and then sugar plum.
Yeah, that's good.
All right, yeah.
All right, guys, 25 seconds. Bud Light Seltzer, the Ugly Sweater Pack. We'll be right back. Everybody's jumping in on the seltzer game, but Bud Light takes it to a whole new level. First, there was the fall flannel pack with all kinds of crazy flavors, and now they're back with the Ugly Sweater variety pack, including an eggnog version of a hard seltzer. We're going to try those. It's coming up next. Cotter and Marshall. Good morning. Thank you for hanging out. Be sure to get on the stream. Hang out with the Horde today. Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. While you're there, give us a like, follow, and subscribe. So, I don't know, a month ago, maybe, we tried the Bud Light Hard Seltzer Fall Flannel Pack.
That's right.
It had a pumpkin spice seltzer. It had a wide variety.
Apple crisp, toasted marshmallow, maple pear. I only know that because they're sitting directly behind you, but they were very, very interesting. I think our favorite from the entire pack, I believe, was toasted marshmallow and apple crisp from the fall flannel pack. But we're beyond that now. We're obviously, it is weeks in now in the future, and it is almost the holiday season. So now we have in our hands the Bud Light Seltzer Ugly Sweater Pack. And this first one is cherry cordial that we'll be trying.
I think this is the most promising out of all of them. I mean,
so.
It's straightforward. You're not getting too fancy, not getting too crazy. I think this will be the best out of the four.
Yeah, I hope so. I very much hope so. You know, and cherry cordials, growing up as a child, my favorite holiday candy. You know,
Really?
they're just like they got the cherry and then the ooey gooey stuff over it, and then just kind of encased in a chocolate coffin.
It's good.
And they were by far my favorite holiday candy.
All right. So the cherry cordial has been cracked open. Ooh.
It's got a very intense, chocolatey cherry nose to it.
Don't hate that.
Off to a very promising start. Cheers to you, Seltzer Man. This is not bad. I'm
Okay.
kind of surprised.
You get a little bit of chocolate on the front end, then you get the cherry, and then you get chocolate on the back end again.
Ooh. Close your mouth and breathe. You breathe chocolate through your nose.
You do.
It is excellent.
Interesting.
All right, Bud Light.
Is this the best hard seltzer we've ever had?
This is possibly the best hard seltzer we've ever. Are we seltzer guys now? And guys, just to clear it up, we just wanted to drink on a Wednesday. We just wanted to kind of get a little boozed up on a Wednesday.
I don't hate this at all. I mean, I'm really impressed with the chocolate flavor out of it's more chocolate than cherry in my opinion. The cherry's definitely there. It tastes like a cherry cordial.
This is, whatever Bud Light magician-y stuff they're doing at the Bud Light Seltzer Factory, This is the best they've ever done. This is by far the best. I'm stunned. I'm just as surprised saying that out loud as I am thinking.
Hats off to Bud Light on that one.
All right, so let's try one more. We got 3 left.
Yeah.
We're going to try Sugar Plum. We've got Seltzer Nog, and then we also have Cranberry still to try.
Yeah.
But up next is Sugar Plum. Now, Sugar Plum, I'm very not excited about.
Once again, I don't know if I've ever had a plum in my life. I've never had a sugar plum.
Yeah, well, plums in general are a bit like earthy, kind of like a beet, but they're sweet. They're really, really, really sweet.
Okay. The nose on this, not bad.
Yeah, it smells like a plum. If you've done plum, before.
It's got a tough challenge, though, going against the cherry cordial.
And once again, we are kind of reviewing and highlighting the Bud Light Seltzer Ugly Sweater Pack. 4 different flavors. This is the second one. This is the Sugar Plum. Let's drink it and see what it's like. It kind of tastes like nothing. It's got a sweet taste right at the beginning, and then it tastes like nothing.
It goes from sweet to cough medicine.
I didn't even get that.
Really?
It's just like when it falls into my body, it tastes like an empty void of nothingness.
I will say though, it's not bad. I don't want to say it's bad.
It's not the worst seltzer we've tried.
Yes. Yeah. But compared to the cherry cordial, that's got to be the best we've ever tried. So yeah, this goes from sweet to cough syrup.
All right. Well, we got 2 more seltzers we're going to try, and once again, we're doing the Lord's work today. We're doing this so you don't have to, but right now, this may be worth purchasing when you see it out in stores. Once again, the Bud Light Seltzer Ugly Sweater Pack.
2 more to review, including Seltzer Nog. It's coming up after Aaron Jones. This is Supercharged, Cotter and Marshall, Rock 106.1.
Let's see. Just going back to your Dune questions, Wanda said, hubby's friend watched it and said it was really good. Rudy said, I haven't watched it yet, but a buddy of mine did, and he is not a movie guy, and he loved it.
Oh, wow.
Let's see. Charles says, I haven't, but it's on the list, Rhett. We probably will take me 2 weeks to watch it because I just don't have much time for TV. Elaine is very worried about your safety in the big city of Austin, Texas, Cotter.
Okay.
She goes, how cool would it be if he had a flashlight to carry with him? A flashlight taser, huh?
So Elaine, it does not taste like beer. It's like seltzer water, just flavored.
Maybe you can get a Zima or a peach wine cooler for the next tasting.
Maybe. You want to join us? Sean, so you don't have the Pope and Ope card? No, I do not. I just saw the card. It looks kind of funny. Cherry cordial, it's good.
Cherry cordial's good.
It's good. I didn't. I would drink it.
You want to line me up with the cranberry over there? So I have to. There we go. Thank you.
Yeah, it's got a really good chocolatey flavor. I didn't expect the chocolate part of it to be that good.
It is very good.
Yeah.
Stunned. I'm stunned at that seltzer. Lane goes, y'all know I only drink Debulation beer. There's a few beers that I have been able to get the Debulation for.
Yeah.
That I really wanted to try. I forget the name of the last one. It was like some holiday-ish beer.
Yeah, I haven't been out to Debulation in a minute. All right, just over a minute to go.
All right, guys, this hour we're going to obviously keep reviewing some Bud Light Seltzer. So once again, you don't have to. Then halfway the new music beta fish, we'll choose some new music. I need to set the camera up, and then we'll play some Money Would You Rather.
Yeah,
kind of like it's kind of like the Answer the Internet stuff we've done.
A little bit, yeah. That's good. Good
but we'll explain that when we get to it. But it's going to be very interesting. Oh, and Cam said Habersham on Habersham has the ugly sweater fall packs. Or ugly sweater packs when it comes to these seltzers if you want them.
Yeah, I saw them in Kroger out on Ogeechee.
Cam's like, I don't stock that store. Shut the hell up, Cotter.
All right, guys. Got about 20 seconds. We'll be right back. More hard seltzer with Bud Light. First, there was the fall flannel pack of hard seltzers from Bud Light. Now, there is the ugly sweater pack of hard seltzers from Bud Light. And the first one we tried, Cherry Cordial, legit. Best seltzer I've ever had.
Yeah, 100%. I think that is fantastic. If someone brought seltzer to my house, finally a seltzer I don't have to throw out the window. Then we had Sugar Plum. Sugar Plum was just kind of okay, but let's continue on. Once again, we're doing the Lord's work this morning, so you don't have to. We're reviewing the Bud Light Seltzer Ugly Sweater Seltzer Pack, 4 different flavors, Cherry Cordial, Sugar Plum, and what do we have right here? It's cranberry.
This seems like one of those flavors that is tailor-made for a hard seltzer. Now, they had the Ugly Sweater Pack last year. Cranberry is the only flavor that is in last year's and this year's pack.
Exactly. So they made some mistakes, and they realized them. That's why they changed it up. So cranberry obviously did very well for them. The nose on this is intense.
Ooh.
It is crazy intense.
Yeah, it is.
I just hope the flavor, kind of like the Cherry Cordial, runs throughout this one.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and cheers to you. Not bad. Not bad. Better than Sugar Plum.
Definitely better than Sugar Plum.
I think there's more of a taste profile after you get past the nose and drink it, but not loving it. Not loving it.
It's better than Sugar Plum. I mean, I will say so far, I mean, we've done several hard seltzer tastings now. This is the best group of hard seltzers I think I've had. Out of all the ones we've tasted, this by far is the best.
Yes, out of the 2 we've done, this is by far the best.
It's the best.
All right, one more to go. Well, let's do one more, Cotter. This one I was most excited about, and actually I think it may be the best one out of the pack, although Cherry Cordial is very good.
Really good.
It's so subtle. It doesn't say eggnog.
No.
It's seltzer nog. This is a eggnog-inspired seltzer. I think this is going to be incredible. Now, are you an eggnog guy?
I love eggnog.
So do I, but I love eggnog so much, I only allow myself to buy 1 carton per year.
That's fair.
Because it is probably the worst stuff on the planet for your body.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
It's like drinking pure cream, but it's just delicious holiday festival cream. I mean, it's just incredible. It's incredible.
Do you put booze in your eggnog?
Yeah.
What kind?
Whatever's available, really. Whatever I can stomach.
Fair enough. All right.
All right. So, yeah, what's the smell on this? What do you think?
Get cinnamon or nutmeg.
Yeah, I mean, it's got definitely an eggnoggy type of nose to it.
Huh.
Now I'm slightly terrified. I realized that I made a mistake by being so excited about this. So once again, we are reviewing the Bud Light Seltzer Ugly Sweater Pack. This is the last one. It is Seltzer Nog.
Oh, good luck.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Not bad. If you like eggnog, you will like this. As a overall flavor of seltzer, not one I'm running to try.
No, I mean, it's just, I mean, this is a novelty seltzer. This is why you buy the Ugly Sweater Pack, because you're like, I got to try the eggnog. I mean, and it lives up to that novelty aspect of it. I mean, there's nutmeg, there's cinnamon. You definitely get that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, once again, it's like, here's kind of what it is, and it kind of delivers.
Yeah, and it's by far out of the 2 seltzer packs, Cotter is the bigger fan of this one. So I think it's pretty easy to power rank all of these seltzers real quickly. Obviously, Cherry Cordial is number 1.
100%.
I'm going to put Seltzer Nog as number 2.
I'm going cranberry too.
And then I'll go cranberry and sugar plum by far the worst.
Yeah, sugar plum's last. Yeah, I'm going Cherry Cordial, cranberry, Seltzer Nog, and sugar plum.
Once again, we do stuff that you wouldn't. We spend the money that you won't, although it was given to us for free. But maybe worthwhile. Maybe the Bud Light Seltzer Ugly Sweater Pack is the one for you this weekend.
I think it is. 100% think it is. All right, coming up next, Hefe 2, the new music Beta Fish, going to select a new song for us. Got Nita Strauss and David Draymond Dead Inside. Or, you ready for this? Brand new stuff from Lit.
What?
Yeah.
Are you? No, is that you being excited, or is that what the song is called?
The song is Yeah.
Oh.
But I'm also excited. It's brand new stuff from Lit. Bring it on.
Awesome. Twofer.
Hefe 2 is coming up next. Cotter and Marshall, Rock 106.1.
Andrew, Keanu Reeves bought his stuntman the new John Wick movie $10,000 Rolex watches. That's nice and all, but would you rather have the watch or the money? I'm not going to lie. I'd rather have the watch.
Keanu, is he on the list?
He's on the list.
Okay. Yeah, I think that was really cool.
Yeah, I saw that story. Did you see that story?
Yeah.
He actually had the back of the watches engraved, where it was like the John Wick 5, which I think there was like 5 of the stunt guys, and
Right.
yeah, it's awesome. But honestly, just to say you own a Rolex, I would like to own a Rolex.
No, if you're gonna back to the seltzer thing, if you are a seltzer fan or you're wanting to try seltzers, I'd recommend the Ugly Sweater Pack.
It's not bad. I mean, there's some very digestible flavors. And once again, if you guys want to try the seltzer pack, Cam mentioned it's available on Habersham. So inside of Habersham Village there, go grab yourself some nog, baby. Some cranberry, some cherry cordial, our favorite.
Yeah. Excuse me, grocery. All right.
Red says, I'd rather have a Bitcoin than a Rolex.
Oh, got new Ghosts coming up this hour. If you guys haven't heard Hunter's Moon yet, it's on the way.
Coming from the Halloween Kills soundtrack, a movie that a member of the Horde, Rudy, absolutely hates.
All right, I'll be right back.
Cherry cordial by far is the best seltzer. I'm still drinking it. I think it's that good. Lindsay says, seltzer nog has got to be like, I'm trying to imagine that flavor. It is, hold on. So eggnog obviously has a egg flavor to it with kind of those holiday spices of like, cinnamon and stuff. It's got that eggy kind of flavor. It's got the cinnamon flavor. It's like carbonated eggnog. That's not like the thick, creamy stuff. And I know there's so many jokes there, but they do a really good job with it. They killed seltzer nog. They killed cherry cordial. 100%. Once again, not a seltzer guy. Those are pretty damn good. Charles says, so a glimmer of sunshine today. Just stopped by and saw my lead man that has been out since having his cancer tumor out. He's doing great and gaining a little weight back. Dude, that is awesome news, Charles. Yeah, one of Charles runs EBI here in Savannah. Great company that does awesome work. And one of his guys had cancer, had surgery, but it's great to hear that your guys back out and working already. Lindsay goes, carbonated nog. I know, it's weird to say out loud, but you know what? If you're in the liquor store and you want to try something weird, I'm sure it's like $20 or less. Try the Bud Light Seltzer Pack. Horny for smoked meats. I want a Rolex, but not a ridiculously flashy one. I don't like really wearing anything on my wrists. That's the thing. I don't even like really wearing long sleeves most of the time, only when I have to. But I don't like wearing watches. And I know that's a weird thing. It's such a manly thing to wear, a big fancy watch. I just don't care for it. Also, I question the manhood of any man who wears a watch like upside down, like the inside of their wrist. Those guys are always weird to me too. Lindsay says she's taking the Bud Light Seltzer Pack to a Halloween party because it sounds scary. It is. Ooh, instead of a Rolex, can I have another bike? I mean, can you get a really cool bike for 10 grand? I think you can get a motorcycle for 10 grand, but not a really cool one. But I honestly think owning a Rolex is pretty badass. Like, I would wear it out for like fancy dinners and stuff. Once again, not a watch guy. All right, guys, coming up next, Hefe, the new music beta fish, is going to be joining us. Hold on, let me flip over to Hefe Cam here. Oh, bad angle. There's Hefe hanging out by the filter up there where it's nice and warm. Usually I tap on top of the tank and he comes running, but I think we're going to have to really seduce the Hefe today. He was not feeling it last week. I think we're going to have to give him some food to get him riled up. Usually every morning, yep, all I had to do was hear his little food jar here. All right, Hefe's up there. I think one little nugget up there for him to munch on there. Get him kind of riled up and set to go. Once again, he's got new music to choose from Nita Strauss with David Draymond called Dead Inside, or Lit's Yeah, Yeah, Yeah. Lit is back, apparently. Who would have thought? Lit's back. There you are. All right, got Hefe kind of moving this morning, so I think he's
ready.
He's going to be a little bit more active, hopefully, than last week. He had an all-time bad week last week.
To be fair, last week was the first time we had him go to Wednesday. He might just not have been mentally prepared.
Good point. That's a good point. That's my bad. So is Nita Strauss?
Nita Strauss.
Not Strauss. Strauss.
Strauss is how I've always heard and how it pronounced. Okay. So that's what we're going with. If it's wrong, so be it.
Making Cotter second guess himself.
I'm committed. It's Strauss. Or is it? Now I don't know.
Ooh, yes. Happy Savannah Pro Hockey Day to you as well, Sandy. Thank you for pointing that out. Tomorrow on the show, Bob Arablo, which is the funnest name ever to say.
I love his
Bob
name.
Arablo. Bob will be joining us here in studio to talk about the Savannah Pro Hockey team, what the name's going to be, why they chose it, and obviously the upcoming season, which is next October. So, yeah, it's going to be very cool. So they're going to be doing a kind of like a virtual press release party type of thingy at 4 p.m. So make sure to go to Facebook and Twitter, search Savannah Pro Hockey, and follow those accounts. And then we'll obviously share their live feed when they do announce the new team name for the Pro Hockey League here in town. Now, I'm not going to lie. I know the name. I knew a guy who knew a guy who knew a guy.
I knew that same guy.
You knew that same guy?
I know the same guy.
Yep. I know the team name.
Yep.
I feel like I'm Michael Scott right now. I'm trying my best not to say it, but I kind of want to scream it from the top.
Don't do that.
Because once I found out and I thought about it, I love it.
Yeah.
I'm in.
There's so many options, so many things you can do.
Oh,
with
exactly,
it.
right?
Yeah.
I'm in. It's what I wanted. I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say. And then at 4 o'clock today, we'll give you our live reaction.
All right, guys. Be right back. FA2, the new music band of Fish, getting ready to do his thing, choosing between Nita Strauss and David Draymond, Dead Inside, or brand new stuff from Lit. Yes, I said Lit. Good morning. Thank you for hanging out. About time for FA2, the new music band of Fish, to do his thing. Choices today are some pretty cool stuff. I really like this first song. Nita Strauss along with David Draymond. Now, Nita Strauss is, she's done her own solo stuff, but probably best known as the touring guitarist for Alice Cooper.
Right.
And this is her first new single since 2018. Not only that, it's her first ever solo collaboration with a vocalist.
Oh.
So her first album was just all, instrumental.
Mm-hmm.
It's the first time she's done some solo stuff with a vocalist. Nice choice in David Draymond. Tune is called Dead Inside.
Cotter, I'm not going to lie. I didn't realize I needed an anthem for what my soul felt like at all times. Just dead inside, but nice. I like it.
Yeah, I dig that song a lot. The other choice is brand new stuff from Lit. The song is called Yeah, Yeah, Yeah. It's the first new music since 2017. They are working on a new album that's set to be released spring of 2022.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. That sounds like every late 90s teen comedy movie that song would be added in.
It does. It totally does.
All right. So Hefe, the new music beta fish, just in case you don't know his story, our first one died, so he's the second. No big deal. But he's a very good fishy, and we love him very, very much. And he picks new music for us each and every week. Now, on the left-hand side of the tank, the song from Nita Strauss will be represented, Dead Inside, featuring the one and only David Draymond and Disturbed. On the right-hand side, brand new stuff from Lit called Yeah, Yeah, Yeah. Funny enough, we had a stream commenter say, what year is this? New Lit, new Limp Bizkit? What's going on? But this is the world that we live in. Hefe, come on, Hefe, get to work. He just went back to a spot and it's like ignoring me like a good child. Hold on, let me throw some food in there. Hefe, come on, bud.
You're killing the bit, Hefe.
Oh, my God. Really, Hefe? I hate to do this to you, but you have to work. Come on, bud. Okay, Hefe is getting into position. Okay, he's officially in position.
There we go.
All right, Hefe, now it's time to choose. What song do you want to play? Yeah from Lit is on the right-hand side. Nita Strauss is on the left-hand side. And it looks like Hefe immediately went to Lit, now to Nita Strauss' side. Yep, we're choosing Nita Strauss, featuring David Draymond. This is Dead Inside.
Thank you, Hefe 2, the new music beta fish. Dig this tune. It's Marshall's theme song. It's Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
And Hefe, it is ridiculous, bro. We got to get to work. We got stuff to do. Damn fish of ours, man. He's really getting angsty in his teenage years.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's
he's really
very
getting
true.
angsty. Jesus Christ. Charles says Nita Strauss is smoking hot. And Charles, I can confirm she is. She is a absolute smoke show. Like 10 out of 10. Hottie. Mike says, good morning, my favorite morning people. Good morning, Mike.
What up?
Mike is our magician who is literally taking a day off of work to come in to do magic tricks for us on our final day of the show.
I'm so sorry. You're wasting a day off.
No, this is going to be the best day of your life. Lindsay said, I just pictured Marshall standing in the half-empty studio holding Hefe's tank after Cotter leaving. I'm bawling. It's just me and Hefe waving. Bye! Have fun at your new job. It's me and Hefe.
Oh, shoot. That's
Single
funny.
tear coming down our face.
That's funny.
Oh, Hefe. Yeah, I was. I think we were talking about it. I don't know if we were on the stream or not yesterday, but I was thinking about it. I'm like, now that you're gone, and the fish doesn't really have a bit anymore.
It's true.
I don't think it's something that we continue on with the morning show, and I'm still part of it, that I would still have Hefe part of it. I think Hefe's coming home. I think Hefe is just going to be a full-time resident of my house.
I get it. I mean, it makes sense. Your wife will like that.
And once he dies, I'm going to mail him to you in an envelope, and then just say you did this.
Oh man,
what is that, Cotter? It's a half rotten fish. Hefe, you did this, you son of a bitch.
Oh man.
Mike says, definitely not a waste of time. Mike the Magician. He goes, looking forward to it, and I can't wait.
Nah, it'll be fun, man. I appreciate you coming in. I think that's very cool.
So Mike is going to be a part of the Cotter and Marsh Show, very last broadcast ever. I'm very excited because he said there is a magic trick that only you can do.
I don't know what that means.
So
should I be scared?
Yeah, Mike,
should I be scared?
Can you give us any sort of details? Like, obviously, don't tell us about the trick, but if there's anything else you could tell us about a magic trick that Cotter has to help you with, is there anything you could say about it? Lindsay says, have Hefe taxidermied and mounted like a trap. What if I had him like
just a little plaque?
No, just like the Billy Bass. I put an electrical motor in his head. It's just his skull.
All right, guys, got about 50 seconds. Gonna get into some money. Would you rather? So it's kind of an interesting poll with over 30,000 people answering these questions. So we'll see how we compare to other people.
Do you want to? Do you want me to ask you like question 1? You ask me question 2.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay. Mike says all the magic happens in Cotter's hands. Oh. Your old pal Chris just joined us. The magic is that Cotter gets tased. Oh,
That's not the kind of magic I want to be part of.
What if Mike had like this magic wand? He's like, all right, Cotter, you ready? 1, 2, and then tased you.
No, don't do this.
Yes.
This is not good.
Cattle prod.
No, oh my God, no. We'll be right back. I just heard brand new stuff from Nita Strauss along with David Draymond, Dead Inside, thanks to Hefe 2. The new music, Beta Fish. Now, right now, we came across some Would You Rather, and it's all about money. Now, over 30,000 people were polled, so we've got 6 of these Would You Rather style questions. We're going to ask each other these questions and see how we compare to these 30,000 people and their answers.
All right, so I'll ask you first, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Let's give you question number 1. Here's question number 1. These are money would you rather questions. Please answer them. If you're watching us right now on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch, drop your answers into the stream. So here's the first question, Cotter. Would you rather win the lottery but lose all of your friends, or lose all of your money but find your soulmate? Now, in this question, you don't have your wife. You are a single man.
Why can't I have my wife in this question?
Yeah, this is single Cotter, because we want to take the wife out of that. There's still a soulmate out there for you. The question once again, would you rather win the lottery but lose all of your friends, or lose all of your money but find your soulmate?
Man, this sounds so bad. It's less about winning the lottery and more about not being poor.
Mm-hmm.
I've been in debt. I mean, I've never been dirt poor or anything like that, but I've been in debt. We've struggled to pay stuff, and it absolutely sucks.
Yep.
I'm going lottery.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just you will eventually. I mean, it says lose all your friends. I mean, maybe you make new ones. I can buy a bride from Russia. I don't know, but I mean, and like I said, it's less about the money and more about not being poor.
Right. Yeah, I like not being poor as well. I think you made the right choice there. Now, 59% of people said they'd rather be broke but in love.
I would say...
And 59% of people are stupid.
Yeah. I was going to say a majority of those 59% are lying. They felt they have to answer the one way.
Yeah.
Because it's the right answer.
Mm-hmm.
But I just think they're flat out lying.
Yeah, you chose right there.
All right, number 2. Would you rather have a job you hate that pays well, or a job you love with a below average salary?
Ooh, that's difficult. Now, I've worked most of my life having a job I love with a below average salary. So I'm going to go ahead and just continue that. I'd rather like my job because, I mean, I would go to work 8 hours a day. You spend most of your life working at your jobs.
Yeah.
Most of us, unless you're a trust fund kid or trophy wife, and I'm neither of those. So, yeah, I'm going to continue having a job I love with a below average salary. I'd just rather continue doing that.
I mean, that's the go-to answer, right?
Yeah, you think? Yeah.
I mean, I would love to have a job, that pays me a crap ton of money. Ain't gonna lie. But, I mean, if it's a job I hate, you're just going to hate your life. It's not worth it.
Yeah. And according to this question, Cotter, 56% of people said they'd rather have a job they love. So those people... Well, I mean, what's wrong with the other 40+%?
It seems low, right?
Yeah.
It seems very, very low. I don't know about that. But yeah, I agree with you. Give me the job I love. At least make me somewhat happy.
Yeah. All right, Cotter, one more question, then we'll take a break. Then we have a couple more that we'll get to after the break here. This question is for you. Would you rather spend $1 million on clothes or $1 million on travel? Now, just by the way you're dressed, I already know the answer, but go ahead.
It's a lot of vests.
That's so many vests
that's a lot of tailored vests. Gonna look really nice.
Dude, you look like
but no, all day long going travel. You kidding me?
Yeah.
I want to see the world. I got a chance just to spend $1 million. You have $1 million, it's got to be on one of those two. Travel all day long.
First place you travel with your $1 million.
Oh man, it's Australia. I mean, it's one of those dream destinations, and I've talked to, or my wife's talked to people who've gone, and they say it's an ordeal. Just getting there takes so long.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to take like 2 to 3 weeks off just to make it worth your time to go.
I want to go to like the weirdest, more dangerous places, so I'm going to go to Egypt if I had an opportunity.
So a buddy of mine, his parents were in Egypt at a time where stuff got real.
Yeah.
And they had to, run to get out of the country, or they were scared for their lives.
Yeah, I had a friend who went there and literally hired a personal security officer to just be with them at all times, and they like carried around an AK-47.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
How much is this personal security officer?
Not that much.
Really?
Pretty affordable, actually.
All right,
yeah,
fair
but 88% of people said they'd rather take travel, and that's what everyone's saying on our live chat as well.
Yeah, all day long. All right, we got some more money would you rathers coming up next. Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1. We're going to come right out of stop.
Sounds good. Yeah, everyone said travel. Nathan, Sandy, Rhett, Rob, Nathan, Mike, Andrew. Let's see. Rob on guitar, New Zealand. He said travel. But you're already in New Zealand. Where would you go,
I was
Rob?
gonna say, Rob, where would you go? Where'd be the first place you go?
Rhett said he'd go to London. Lindsay said that I'd love to go to the UK.
Yeah.
Juana says I'd love to go to Ireland and Scotland. I've been to Ireland. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, Australia is my number one choice, but the UK is a close second. I think going there, I'd love to go to Ireland. I'd love to go to London. I think that place would be awesome.
Do you think Americans just love the idea of going to like New Zealand and Australia because it's just the same language?
Yeah. No, honestly, it's like Tokyo. Tokyo is like a dream destination for me.
Yeah,
I think that
Japan
place
would be great.
Would be awesome. And I'm sure there's a lot of people there that do speak English, but I'm not, and it sounds horrible, I'm not going to learn another language for a 2-week trip.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So going to some place that speak English, it makes the trip easier, and I'm lazy. Just give me easy.
Rob says I'd go anywhere that would let me bring my metal band and just tour the heck out of all of it.
I like it.
So we'll see you in Tokyo, Rob. Let us know when you're playing.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I think Japan, Australia, New Zealand. I would love to go to London, but it's such a cluster F there.
Is it?
Yeah, just people I've known that have gone and visited, and just the city itself. You want to talk about a city that's just built on top of themselves. There's nowhere to live.
Yeah, that's true. Excuse me.
I've been to Ireland. I've never been to Scotland. I would love to go to Greenland. I think Greenland would be incredible.
Okay. Iceland. It's like every time you see Iceland on like a travel show or people go in there, you're like, that place just looks awesome.
Yeah.
I would love to go to. I've got a cousin that lives in the Netherlands, and it's like I've always talked about going and visiting her. I just have never done it, but I think that would be cool.
Yeah.
Going just into Europe to where you can just hop on a train and go to a bunch of different countries.
Yeah, I want to go to obviously Oktoberfest in Germany. But have you seen like the real videos of Oktoberfest in Germany?
I don't know.
They're like snorting gigantic lines of Coke.
What?
Dude, I'll send you some stuff.
Okay.
I'll send you some.
Well, so my family that I'm living with in Austin, my uncle, his dad is from Germany.
Oh, okay.
So they have been to Germany a bunch, and they have gone to Oktoberfest a bunch.
Yeah.
So yeah, he still has family over there, so they would go over and visit. Maybe I could tag along.
There you go. Nathan says we need high-speed rails here in the U.S. Gee, that's another issue completely. Ryan says it isn't actually Coke. Explain yourself. Because I saw a lot of videos of massive amounts of what I believe to be cocaine.
It's powdered beer. They just get quicker.
It's just vitamin B, actually. It's just really good to keep the hangovers away.
Get drunk quicker. All right, we've got about almost 2 minutes.
So you'll ask me question 4?
Yeah.
And we'll just flip-flop it here?
Yep.
The ultimate bucket trip would be the Waken Open Air Festival. I'm guessing that's a metal festival overseas, Charles. Ryan says it's basically sugar. I'll Google for you. Yeah, drop a link, dude.
Interesting. Okay. But yeah, they've been over to Oktoberfest several times. They said they love it. They said it's awesome. They were supposed to go this year, and because of COVID, obviously it's something they couldn't go. But my cousin and his new wife were going to go. But she was all kinds of bummed out because she hadn't been there yet.
Ooh. Snorting pixie sticks. Maybe. Ryan's got the inside track on this, guys. Let him drop some links. We'll find out together. In the meantime, I got to look up this. So Charles said he'd go to the Waken Open Air Festival. Oh, I'm guessing the Awaken Open Air Festival? Nope, that's not right. That can't be right. It's in Phoenix. And it features Kanye West.
All right, guys, got about 20 seconds. Be right back. Playing some money, would you rather? These are questions asked to 30,000 people asking each other. See how we compare to everybody else. So, Marshall, here is the next question.
Okay.
Would you rather make $100,000 on Bitcoin or $50,000 investing in a business that helps the environment?
I got no kids. I got nothing to leave them with the planet. I don't care about the environment. Give me $100,000 on Bitcoin. Bring it on, man. It's like 1.5 Bitcoins.
Yeah, it is right now. You know what? If it was a bigger difference in the amount of money, I would probably go Bitcoin. But because it's only $50,000 less and it's going to help out the environment, I'll go business with the environment. I know it would mean a lot to my kid because that's a big thing for her.
Yeah.
Now, if you're like, you get $1 million in Bitcoin or 50 and the environment, I'll take the million. But this one's close enough to where, hey, you know what? I'll do my part.
Well, according to this poll where 30,000 people answered it, 69% said 50 grand and helping the planet would be the way they go. Those people are liars. Look. Everyone wants the payday. Everyone would take the payday.
No, I mean, seriously, like I said, if it was more, yes. So close, it's fine.
If pleasing your kid was not in the equation, would you take the Bitcoin?
Probably.
Yeah, exactly. All right, there it goes. There's the truth bomb of Cotter. All right, we're playing once again a Money Would You Rather. If you're watching the live stream, you should be. Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Hang out with us in and between the breaks we do live here on Rock 106.1. We're playing a Money Would You Rather kind of question thing. Cotter, this question is for you. Would you rather get $1 million right now or $100,000 a year for 10 years?
How does the tax thing work on that? Am I losing more money if I get the lump sum?
You probably lose a little bit more money on the lump sum.
Yeah, I mean, I think the $100,000 a year for 10 years. I mean, I know I'm, going to kind of be stopped from doing anything too stupid.
Right.
I'm blowing all the money right away. I know I'm going to have income for the next 10 years. I can just kind of travel and do my own thing. Yeah, give me it the payout every year.
All right, but if you took the $1 million, what would be your first big stupid purchase?
Oh man, that's a good question. A house. I mean, I'd probably just get a nicer house.
Yeah. I'd probably go house if I had I've always kind of wanted to own a DeLorean. So now that I think about it, I kind of want a DeLorean.
Just steal the one from your neighbor.
Yeah, I can't. Well, I can't steal. Be a bad look
go borrow.
Be a bad look for the neighborhood. Well, according to that question, 71% of people said they would rather get $100,000 a year, so they wouldn't spend it all. So a lot of people with impulse issues there.
All right, the last one, and this one, this one's interesting. Would you rather go back in time to fix your biggest money mistake, or look into your future to find out where you end up?
My biggest money mistakes. That's my wife. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one, Cotter. Look into the future to find out where you end up. No, I don't want to know the future because it'll be like I've always, if there's one thing that I have anxiety about, and mostly once again dead inside, so I don't feel much anxiety anytime. I really worry about dying a stupid death. Right? Like, you live your entire life thinking you're this great, noble person.
Right.
You do stuff for the community. You volunteer your time. You mow the neighbor's yard. and then you die because you fell down the stone stairs of death, or you died from like a minor heart attack that anyone else would have lived by, and you were just so bad. You're just like, oh yeah, he died because he ate too many cheeseburgers. Like that's my biggest fear. So I definitely don't want to know the future.
Well, I mean, is this looking into the future to see how you die or just how you end up financially? I'm looking at it as how do you end up financially?
Even financially, I think I don't want to know that either.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and I'd rather go back in time to fix my biggest money mistake than look into the future at all, because I think the future kind of freaks me out, man. And that's a name of a Motion City soundtrack song. But I'm just saying, I think I'd rather go back in time.
I'm going to go future because even when, my biggest financial mistake was buying the house in Lincoln and then selling that house less than a year later.
Yep.
So it wasn't massive enough to where it's going to overly correct my situation. Yeah, we would have got out of debt sooner, but it wasn't enough to where I go, I need to fix that. That really messed me up.
Mm-hmm.
Let me know where I'm at in the future. That way I can make adjustments now if I need to improve upon that future me.
Right. But I mean, what adjustments would you make? How would you know?
Well, because you know where you're at. If you're not well off, if you're hurting for money, you know you can save, you can invest differently, you can do different things.
Right.
If you're well off, let's stay the course. It's all good. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing.
Yeah, I'd like to just go back and buy a bunch of GameStop and Bitcoin stock. I think that's what I'd like to do.
My biggest mistake was not buying it. Coming up top of the 9 o'clock hour, Mac from Bob 1069 is going to join us in studio for Chicks on Dudes. Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 1061.
Walter says, can I forgo the money you're talking about and just get the pair of tickets I won last year from y'all for Welcome to Rockville before they cancel the event? You mean back in 2019, technically, I guess?
Technically.
Sadly, no, man. That's part of the game. But you could win tickets this week.
That's true.
Keep listening.
All right, give me a second, guys. I'm going to fire up the delay. Don't trust Mac. Okay.
Rob goes some hardcore philosophical stuff here. He goes, your past made you who you are today. If you change the past, you may not be the best you that knows better.
Oh,
that's a fortune cookie type of situation going on right there, Rob. Chris goes, I would go back in time. I got out of Bitcoin way too early. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say you did too. Lindsay says, I would fix my biggest mistake, college. College is kind of a racket. Speaking of, both your kids are in college.
Well, technically just the youngest. Like I said, the oldest is taking a gap forever.
Is it confirmed forever, or it's
confirmed
forever?
for next year?
So not going to school again next year.
Yeah. So I mean
the full year.
Yeah. This is his first full year out now. This should have been his junior year. Didn't go at all this year, so he's not going to go back next year either.
So when does he plan on going back?
I don't know. I don't know if he will.
Technically, when's the first chance he can go back? Fall of next year?
Yeah, I mean, he can go back and start any semester. I mean, he can go back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, if he wanted to. I don't think his grades were the best.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he was really feeling school. I mean, it's like his career, it's like, I went to school for radio, which I will admit, I got my foot in the door because of college, but there was nothing I really learned at college that I took into radio. So you get your foot in the door and then you just learn. He, was going to school for fashion design, which I think is a little bit different. I think there are definite things and techniques you could probably pick up in school that may not necessarily go and, to be able to teach yourself all that well.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a lot about who you know and meeting people. So I think he's missing out on that side of it. But if you really wanted to dive into fashion, I think you can teach yourself. It's just you're missing out on the opportunities to meet people.
Right.
So don't waste the money. I mean, that's how the wife and I both feel. It's like if you're not feeling it, you don't want to be there. You got a full-time job. You're paying your rent. You're doing fine. Don't waste the money in college.
Yeah. It's a big-time dad answer right there. Jesus. All right. So I've got the answer for the Oktoberfest cocaine.
Okay.
We'll get to that here in a second. Now, Sherry said, I would like to visit my last 24 hours of my life. At that point, I would know where and when I die. I can correct the mistakes. I would know my money status and I could correct lots of things. There you go.
Yeah, I mean, the whole finding out when you die thing, that scares me because chances are to be like, And I was like, oh man, when am I going to die? And I'm like, wait, is this today? What's going? That's what.
Yeah.
Why am I wearing the same clothes as that I'm wearing right now?
Man, I really love that Kraken hoodie. I seem to be wearing it a lot.
So that would be my biggest fear there.
All right, so Oktoberfest cocaine, also known as Weissenkoks.
Weissenkoks?
Wiesnkoks. So Rob said that W's are pronounced as V's, I think. I don't
Okay.
know. Well, let's just go with it. Weissenkoks. Despite being famous for beer being guzzled by the leader, increasingly locals can be seen snorting a white substance from tables all over tents, and it's entirely legal. Weissenkoks, Oktoberfest cocaine, which is also known as Weissenpulver, or like Weissenpulver powder, or Bavarian cocaine, has become locals' pick-me-up of choice. Essentially, like snuff, Weissenkoks is made of glucose and menthol and is sold in little glass bottles or Bavarian-themed containers for around $6. You may have read about giant mugs and lederhosen in your guidebook, but you won't find Weissenkoks in there. Yeah, there's and I've seen tons of videos of people snorting what I thought was cocaine.
It says, despite looking like the real deal, Weissenkoks is harmless. Sure, you get a small sugar rush when it hits. The menthol has a cooling, sinus-clearing effect, but that's about it. Weissenkoks is entirely drug and tobacco-free.
Is it legal in America?
I don't know.
Can we do cocaine on the live stream? I mean, Weissenkoks. I'm just saying. I think that would be
No, I think so.
our last day of the show. We should just do the biggest rail of Weissenkoks. Are the guys doing cocaine on the live stream? It's their last show. They're just doing everything, man.
Jesus Christ.
All right, Sean, you got to bounce out. All right, dude, have a great rest of your day. We'll see you tomorrow.
That's not
Boy, that was great. Lindsay says, I met my husband in my very first class, my very first semester of college, and that's all college ever did for me. There you go.
Yeah, I met my wife in college, and it got me the foot in the door. I mean, it's like I got my first internship because of college. I got my second internship because of college. Once I got my first semi-full-time paying job, I was part-time, but I was getting decent hours, I dropped out of school. I mean, that's when I dropped out. I'm like, yeah, I'm ready now. I'm good.
I got offered a full-time job for the profession I was going to school for, so I was like, you know what? I'm going to drop out of college because I don't think I really need to do this anymore.
Yeah, I mean, if I was going to school for something else, maybe I would have continued, for like a backup plan.
Right.
But I was going to school for radio. And it's like, you can only learn so much. Radio is a very much, and a lot of jobs are, but radio is a very much on-the-job learning experience, stuff you're not going to get in college.
Mike says, I hope you guys have a great morning and a great rest of your day. I've got to go do a magic show this morning at the local school.
Nice.
All right, dude. Nice.
Break a leg.
Practice up on the magic. Make sure it's good. Rob says, how many 90s teen comedy college movies were there?
Oof.
All of tons.
Yes.
Tons. All right. Okay, moving into our last hour of the show today. Once again, thank you guys for hanging out here on the live stream. Chicks on Dudes is next. I have not heard from Max, speaking of. Has she texted me yet? We're only...
we've got about 7 minutes.
Mama Margaret's here. It's like, Mama Margaret goes, Mac is pulling. I'm guessing pulling in.
So it's funny because we were just talking about Weissenkoks.
Weissenkoks.
I saw Chris's post to the chat. School got me a couple lines, and I'm like, what? And then I read in my resume.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, what are you doing?
Chris, not a drug guy. Pretty sure. Gentlemen, everything I do is good. Have a great day and stay magical. Hell yeah, Mike.
Thanks, man.
I love the tude.
That's probably Mac.
I hope so. How close are we to the break?
Yeah, 5 minutes.
Okay. Tons of time. Tons of time. Well, good morning, Mac.
Oh, we need to move the camera back too.
Oh, shoot. Yep. That's a pretty important piece of it. Cherry Cordial was the best seltzer. Do you consider, you mind popping Mac's mic on? Mac, do you consider, and we'll turn Mac's camera on once I plug it in. Do you consider Cherry Cordial's old people candies?
I did at one point.
What changed your mind?
I started eating the cherry cordial Hershey Kisses that Tony brings by every day. Okay, yeah, they're old people candy. It is me.
All right, let me see if I can get this camera to pop on. Boom, there she is. All right, Chicks on Dudes coming up here in just a little bit.
Lindsay, speaking of rails, my last job, I caught 2 servers doing lines in the bathroom before breakfast shift one day.
Nice.
I mean, how else are you supposed to wake up? Are you not supposed to do cocaine?
No, I don't think so.
Mac, would you do the Oktoberfest cocaine we were just talking about? Did you hear us talking about that?
No.
Okay, so you know Oktoberfest, correct, in Germany?
Yes.
So a big drinking festival.
Mm-hmm.
So what they do there is they snort what it looks to be cocaine, but it's not cocaine. It's actually a combination of glucose and methanol, and they call it Oktoberfest cocaine. Now, it's perfectly legal, and it just kind of gives you like it gives you like a mint sensation in your nose because of the methanol, and then like the glucose apparently gives you kind of a sugar buzz. So it kind of gets you. It's just like slugging an energy drink. Would you do Oktoberfest cocaine?
Probably not. I might try it once, but I don't want to get hooked. I don't want to become an addict.
It's not a drug. Well, you would not become an addict of Oktoberfest cocaine because it's not a drug.
Yeah, it's not a drug. It's just drug-free, tobacco-free.
Glucose and methanol.
Meth. No.
I hope Mac goes to an Oktoberfest one day and there's pictures that come out in the future of Mac just snorting these huge lines.
Looking up, it's like just powder all over. Like Scarface.
Yeah, she looks like Al Pacino. Mac's really changed. She does this huge line. She's on a sugar rush. She's like, let's fucking go. Just chugging beers. Oh, Mac, you've had a week.
Yeah, I'd say.
Mac almost got a date that she told me about. A little story, a little fun story.
It wasn't even almost. It was just like, no.
You almost got a story. You almost got a date?
Almost will be. Let me think about it. Yeah, no.
Okay, you got shot down by a potential suitor.
Yeah.
Who you asked. Did you ask him? Was there like a specific
one?
The first gentleman, did you ask him like, hey, would you like to take me out on a date?
No, but my friends did all that for me.
See, so you didn't get shot down, your friends did.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't count. They're both married.
I would still blame them.
There's my pin.
Was that your pen?
Yeah.
And the second gentleman, did you ask him like, "Hey, take me out to a steak dinner"?
No, I didn't even bother with that because I found out. No, you can use it. I just was freaking out yesterday. The second one I didn't make a move because, turns out that one of my friends had happenings with him in the past.
So you got a report card.
Yeah.
A friend tasted the honey first.
It wasn't so much a report card. It's just I don't find that wantable. Wanting sloppy seconds, I guess. I don't want that.
So the report card was bad.
Yeah, not good. Not good.
Yeah. No.
It's
cold in here for once in this building's life.
Right. Well, I mean, today's high is only like 70 degrees. And when I came in this morning, Cotter, I'm not going to lie to you, I dropped it down to like 69. Yeah, 69.
Nice.
69 degrees when I got in. I wasn't even going to try to tempt fate.
All right, we got about a minute.
All right, another edition of Chicks on Dudes, and we'll wrap up the show with Marshall's music news.
I think we just do the first one, this first break.
Yeah, whatever you want, man.
And then do second to the next.
You want to go ahead, or I will do that because of.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yep, I'll do the first question.
Cool.
Whew.
Yes, I know. No worries. I can't. That's why I said
What are you mumbling to yourself?
they need a sub for either trivia or bingo tonight, and I said I cannot.
Oh, well, it happens. It's okay.
It does happen. I don't like saying no, but
You know who likes saying no? Every guy you ask out.
yeah, it's true. Apparently, just my luck.
Yep. Take me out for a bloomin' onion.
Charles had a very nice fishing advice yesterday
Oh,
about fishing.
share that with us here in a second. We're going to jump on.
We'll be right back. Chicks on Dudes. This is your chance to ask a question of Mac from Bob 106.9. If you've got something maybe you don't want to ask somebody face to face, it's personal, it's sexual, you can email it into the show, kmshow@rock1061.com. Good morning, Mac.
Good morning.
Morning, Mac.
Morning.
All right, so question number one of Chicks on Dudes today. Here we go. Let's dive right into it. Not really sexual, but it could lead that way. Let's find out. It says, good morning, Marshall, Mac, and the traitor known as Cotter.
Whoa!
Already coming out the gates hot.
I just because I got a great opportunity put in front of me, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
I'm now a traitor.
Yeah, you're a traitor. You're a traitor to all of us.
That is harsh.
Yeah, we can get into that later.
Very harsh.
But here, let's continue on. This person has asked, have you ever considered shaving your head? I guess he's asking us, obviously all three of us being chicks. Have you guys ever considered shaving your head? It seems like a lot of ladies are shaving their heads in the latest trends. Mac, kick it off. Have you ever considered shaving your head?
No. However, that would probably add on to my sleep schedule because majority of me getting ready is doing my hair.
Right.
Not today.
I was going to say, then how do you explain this morning?
Oh,
Hush.
call him a traitor. He's a traitor.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But would you ever consider shaving your head? Like some girls just like shave the side of their head,
Sure.
not their whole head. But would you consider like shaving?
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I like that. But my hair's curly. That would look weird.
Okay.
My wife is worried that she would have a very odd shaped head.
Same.
My wife's got like a longer has got a long neck.
Okay.
And her head seems very skinny. So I think she's like, I would have this weird. Maybe this is what it is. She'd look like an alien.
She would look
And
like
she would
an
look in a mirror and be like,
alien.
I'm so scared of myself.
Wow.
Yeah. This is what I just discovered that. Yeah.
Black out the mirrors.
I mean, don't doesn't everyone know what kind of head they have? Like kind of head shape?
I would say until you shave your head though, you don't know. I mean, the first time I shaved my head, I thought I was going to have this massive head.
Right.
And I don't.
Yeah.
It's a normal size. It's fine.
Yeah, that explains the brain size.
Yeah.
A little bit smaller than normal.
But I mean, I really thought I was just going to have this, basketball size head. I didn't.
Well, I will say chicks who have maybe not their whole head shaved, but like their sides of their head shaved, super sexy.
Yeah, I like that look.
It is a great move. I highly recommend it for the ladies.
Now that adds on 30 minutes of my sleep schedule.
Yeah, there you go. Shave one side of your head, Mac. Maybe you can.
Just a little singe.
Yeah, just a little bit, just on the side there. But yeah, I think in the latest trends, I think ladies shaving the sides of their heads, super cool.
All right, so Mac not going Sinead O'Connor anytime soon.
Probably not.
Got two more questions to go for Mac. Stick around. It is Chicks on Dudes, Cotter and Marshall, Rock 106.1. Here's New Rise Against. Talking to ourselves.
Rhett says, hi, Mac.
Hi, Rhett.
Liquid says, good morning, all. Marshall, I have questions for you. Please ask those questions. Absolutely.
I'm intrigued.
Do you want to talk about doing Oktoberfest cocaine? Because I'm kind of entranced with the idea right now.
I don't want to go full Coke, but you give me...
I don't want to go full Coke.
I don't know about that.
Do you think if you explained what Oktoberfest cocaine was to your parents, either of you, do you think you can get your parents to do Oktoberfest cocaine with you?
Mom would do it.
She's on the chat, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mama Margaret, would you do Oktoberfest cocaine? I think my dad probably would.
He would?
Yeah, my dad would.
Your mom wouldn't.
I don't know, maybe.
Your mom's cool. Like she's worked at a bar her entire life. She's seen drugs probably done on the countertop.
I'm sure she has.
Yeah.
My dad would. My mom might. Yeah. But my dad would.
Let's see. Liquid. Ooh, here's his questions. Do you have any ideas how much Savannah season tickets are? The site does not say much. Yeah. So if you sign up for season tickets for the team. So I'm sitting in section 105, which is the attack side, and it's the first kind of, I don't know, bowlish area. It's costing for a full season $900 for one seat. So I think if you break that down like game wise, they play something like 40 games at home. I don't know. It's math. Whatever the math is, it's like $30 a game, something to the effect of that. So I think it's honestly, for the most part, really reasonable. Plus, you could do half seasons.
Yeah.
So
that's cool.
And so out of all the games, you just choose the 20 games that you want to go to.
Okay.
Right?
Oh, I like that option.
Yeah. So they'll give you the first game out of if you do a half season pack, like automatically they book you in for the first game. And then I think you get to choose after that.
Mama Margaret's answer? Hell yeah.
Yeah. Roy,
Ooh.
not so much.
So the Oktoberfest cocaine. So my dad would, mostly because he's dead. I would just have to throw the Oktoberfest cocaine on top of him. So I'll say yes for my dad.
So subtle.
So what kind of bender does this kick off for you and your mom on Oktoberfest? Because I see you going, okay, here, I'm going to try it once and not lead to anything. Something tells me Mama Margaret's just getting out of hand afterwards.
Nah.
And it's just, she's not.
She's got more self-control than
She's
I
knocking
do.
on the door. She's finding Beer Fest, like the guys in Broken Lizard. She's entering that contest.
Yeah.
She's running into Willie Nelson and hit up Weed Fest.
Yep.
I'm just saying.
Your mom on a sugar buzz. Have you ever seen that before?
I don't think so.
Yeah. I think she'd be a little crazy.
But I will say she stays away from sugar for the majority of the part. But I don't know, that'd be so scary.
All right, guys, we'll be right back. Chicks on Dudes, your chance to ask a question. Maybe you don't want to ask somebody face-to-face. Mac from Bob 1069 in studio answering those questions. If you got one, email it to the show, kmshow@rock1061.com. Question number 2. Hey, chicks.
Hey.
So this weekend, hooked up with a girl, and she just smiled
Okay.
the entire time. It was super creepy.
Oh.
Is she a serial killer?
I mean, I'm not one to judge. Everybody has their own quirks, but that would be weird.
Like smile the entire time?
Like teeth or grin?
I mean, if it was creepy, I'm guessing there was teeth involved, right? Oh. Now,
maybe she was grimacing because you're so well endowed. Huh?
now I was going to say she's smiling,
Yes.
so that's positive.
She's having a good time.
She could be frowning.
Yeah.
Now I want to.
She could be looking at her phone.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, was there noises being made? Was it just quiet smiling? 'Cause
Yeah.
that's even creepier. Yes, I would go probably serial.
Was that girl a mannequin doll? Did you buy a sex doll from Sunset Novelties?
Like no noise and just smiling. You
just
know?
smiling?
That would be weird.
But is she a serial killer? Great question.
Possibly.
Possibly. I won't. I mean, you lived
That's true.
to ask this
Yeah.
question, so we can't say 100% yes. But I feel very good in saying yes.
Well, maybe she's the type of person who always lets that one live to tell the story. This is the one.
Ouch.
That's a great point, dude. Mac?
I think she looked cray-cray.
I mean, just said, that'd be creepy. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's just weird.
Nathan on the stream says, take it as a compliment.
Yeah, I know that's what I'm saying. At least she was smiling.
Take it as a compliment
Yeah.
that she didn't kill you.
She could have looked really
Yeah.
bored.
She thought you were the one.
She could have been cussing you out and not in a good way.
That's
Yeah.
also true.
That's just dirty talk. All right, Mac, one more question for today's Chicks on Dudes. Let's get into it, guys. Morning, guys. How do I make a female friend without giving her the feeling that I have romantic intentions? I am worried about not finding any friends when I'm going to attend college here in the spring. My female best friend moved quite far away this year, so we rarely see each other. I don't exactly remember how our friendship started since we were so young. Thus, I am not sure how to approach a girl and initiate a friendship. I really would appreciate some advice from you chicks.
It honestly feels like he's trying to look for a girlfriend. He's thinking way too hard about this. I mean, guys and girls as friends, just approach them the same way. I mean, that's what I do.
Yeah, but sometimes it is difficult to break down that line because a lot of girls initially think, oh, this dude's interested in talking to me, probably wants to do a little something.
That's her problem.
Well, and guys think the same thing, though.
Yeah.
I mean, if a girl like looks a guy's way, he's like, oh, she wants it. No, then chances are, no, she doesn't.
Immediately she wants this. Yep. I've been working. I did a push-up today. I almost did a
One
pull-up.
push-up.
I almost did a pull-up.
I mean, so my wife and I were friends for 2-3 years before we started dating. And I mean,
How did you start your friendship?
It was through school. I mean, this was a different class. It was a Reader's Theater class. So we learned to play, and then we did a tour of high schools and performed. So we all got very, very close as friends. But, my wife and I kind of became best friends before we started dating. And I did the typical guy thing and, kind of started liking her. So
Yep.
I really don't have room to speak on this one.
Well, how would you approach something? Like, do you walk up to a girl in a park? You're like, so you like dogs?
No.
Or how does that conversation go?
I think you find like a, what is that?
Common interest.
Yes,
FarmersOnly.com.
What's that?
I just imagine you're on FarmersOnly.com.
You could have said Christian singles.
No, you definitely are on FarmersOnly.com. You grew up on a farm.
Anyways, yeah, common interest first.
Yeah.
And then
Like chickens.
just let it go organically from there. I mean, why are you thinking about this too much? You're looking for a girlfriend.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think that's kind of where he's hoping this heads. But, I mean, you're going to college. My daughter went in going to college being very nervous about making friends. Last year and a half of not having, in-person school or having, a truncated schedule of in-person school really made it hard for her to think she was going to go into college and made friends. And she just did. She was just herself. She's very personable. And it just kind of worked out.
It just happened.
And she's got guy friends and she's got girlfriends. So, I mean, you're in school. You're going to be around thousands of people that are just as nervous as you are. Just talk to people.
Yeah. We should just hook this guy up with your daughter.
No.
Just give him her number.
Not
give him her number.
I don't
Social
like this.
media.
I like this.
Social security number.
Anybody who listens to this show cannot date my daughter. Rule number 1. You're out instantly.
Oh,
Good point.
All right, guys, there you go. Chicks on Dudes. If you have a question for Mac, email the show, kmshow@rock1061.com. Mac, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Coming up next, Marshall's Music News. It's Cotter and Marshall, Rock 1061. All right, there we go.
So funny story
thanks, Mac.
about Roy.
Roy, your dad. Greg.
Like this?
Roy.
Bill.
Still Roy.
Bill?
Bill's a good one.
Yeah.
William.
No.
William.
Okay, continue on.
William.
Your father,
Anyways,
Roy.
So we were on vacation, and when me and Mom went to the grocery store while the rest of the family had not gotten there yet, we went and got White Claws for me. And so we're out by the pool, and this is like the day after they get there. And he comes out from the room, and he's got this, I think it was pineapple, White Claw. My dad does not drink. I've never seen him drink unless he goes to bike week. That's none of my business. But he walks out with this. He said, well, I was a little thirsty, and I found this pineapple drink. And me and my sister-in-law just look at him. And I said, that's a White Claw, right? He said, a what? I said, 5% alcohol volume in that. He said, oh, no. And I tried so hard to get a picture. And when I pulled my camera out, or my phone out, he said, don't you dare. I mean, serious as all get out. I'm not going to post it or anything.
So why doesn't he want his picture taken with a
He doesn't
drink?
want people to see him drinking alcohol. He said, that's not being a very good witness. And I said, look. And I pull up my White Claw. I said, this is my second one today.
And I plan on having so many more.
And I plan on having quite a few more.
Yeah. So your dad doesn't drink at all?
Your mom drink?
Mm-hmm.
Occasionally? Yeah.
Occasionally. She used to be a big wine drinker. And like,
well, you
now
were
and
her
then she'll
daughter,
have like
so
a Michelob Ultra, but
you were my kid. I'd probably drink a lot too.
can't argue with you there.
Nathan says, going back to the last question of chicks on dudes, make friends through mutual interest groups. Group settings allow more casual friend-making environments.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's honestly my daughter very worried about going in and making friends, and we just told her just go talk to people, and she did. And I mean, she's got a best friend that they went camping over the weekend. Just her and
How'd that go? Did your daughter come back?
Yeah, she came back.
Good.
No, loved it. Loved every minute of it, and thought it was awesome. So
These days you go out on a trip with somebody of the opposite sex, and
it was not the opposite sex.
Okay, good. Good.
Hey, not all men are murderers. There are also woman
That
murderers.
story just freaks me out. So.
Maybe, how about this? Maybe Ella came back, Cotter's daughter, but she came back by herself.
Ooh.
She killed her best friend.
No.
Fell off a cliff.
What?
You can't prove it.
What? Her friend's there. What story are you doing first?
Let's see. Stories today. We got stories on Aaron Lewis, Papa Roach, and the Pretty Reckless. Your call, man. It don't matter. I don't think one's bigger than the other. They're all kind of short, kind of tiny stories.
Yeah. Let's see if there's any of that coming up. Let's do Aaron Lewis. We got Stain. I can move that in.
Cool. Mac, what do you got going on today? What are we doing? What's the Mac doing?
Radio stuff.
Radio stuff.
Fits,
Hell yeah, dude.
Bible study.
Bible study.
Looking for places to live and starting to pack.
So a couple questions on a couple of those last things. So Bible study, how long is Bible study?
Like an hour.
An hour? Like a full
We're talking about Revelations.
like a full 60 minutes?
Oh, that's uplifting.
I like it.
So Revelations, remind me, that's the bad stuff, right?
It's
That's
the
at
second coming of Christ.
So that's
Basically
not the bad
when the
part.
world
wait,
ends.
But that's the bad part. Yeah.
So the world has to end first, then he comes back, or he's coming back at the
Because
end.
he gets you get rid of all the bad people. Then, come back and
Right.
everything.
No, I saw what's that movie with Seth Rogen?
Oh, Jesus.
Not The Last of Us.
ended. Oh shoot, what is it?
It's The End or something.
It's good. It's
Oh, what
funny.
is that movie?
I
End
know.
of something. Anyway, so I've seen it. I know how Revelations goes. But more importantly, you are getting kicked out of your apartment
I'm not
complex
getting kicked
for
out.
bad behavior.
I just refuse to pay an extra $300.
So they tried to up your rent $300?
No,
Yeah.
they're not trying. They are. So therefore,
Yeah. That's the place we moved into. We signed a 2-year lease when we first got here. It was $900 a month.
Yeah.
And when our second year lease was up, they wanted to go up to 12 or 13. And we found a house and we rented that for 10 years at $1,000 a month. Price never went up.
So not even like trying to negotiate with you. They're just like straight
I'm
up.
going to the front office today, and I'm asking them if that number is everything included that's already included in my current rent, or if that's just base. And if it's base, I gotta leave.
Yeah, that's still ridiculous. $300 more dollars?
Yeah.
The place did not get $300 better.
No, but there's a bunch of people looking for homes.
But I mean, is there a bunch of people looking for apartments right now?
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't get it.
Is the apartment scene so? You kind of looked for a spot before. Are you going to look at that? Because you said you found a spot that you kind of liked. Are you going to go try there?
I reached out to them last night.
Once again, house for sale. Throwing it out there.
Too much,
You don't know that?
but I do.
Liquid also, he mentioned it while we were inside of Chicks on Dudes. He said, also, stop blaming Cotter leaving on me. So, Liquid, I wish we could, but Cotter's leaving the show because of Liquid. And we can't say that enough. It is Liquid's fault.
Truth comes out.
Yep, that is 100% true. I wish it was different. I wish it was different. So that's kind of the world we live in. Yeah, so I think after the show today, we have our manager's meeting.
Yep.
It is not canceled as of yet, so
No.
I imagine we're doing that. And then I'm going to go home, and I'm skipping nap today. No nap, no big deal. Not even going to worry about it. I'm going to grab some lunch on the way home. I'm going to do a bunch of work stuff, and then I'm going to see you.
I may be out on that.
Oh, you're out?
I just found out that I will be doing bingo this evening.
Oh, that's nice. Good for you.
So, yeah. So
Thanks, Mac.
So sorry.
Thanks, Mac.
I never say no. I did this.
Yeah, you totally did this time. Anyway, so I'll be going down to Ghost
sorry.
Coast for the grand opening,
So sorry.
or not grand opening, for the name reveal for our new hockey team, which will become available at 4:00. So they're going to do a live streaming name reveal event. So we'll share that to our social media, Rock 1061 Cotter Marsh Show page, probably a lot of our other radio station pages. And then I'm going to go down to the little party.
I was going to.
You were. I remember that.
Man,
I remember that. You even said it like the last few days. You're like, I'm so excited.
I mean, it's one of the last few times I'll go to hang out with Marshall.
Yeah.
Oh.
So what's Jake doing tonight?
hosting bingo.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. You don't have to do it.
Wednesdays, right? He does Tubbies. Yeah. Where are you at?
New Rome.
Oh, okay. Oh, you had a guy that did that, right?
Yeah, he's something came up tonight.
Oh, well, there you go.
But he's been really good. So I'm not got a cover a night for him. I get it. He does twice a week, and he's interested in more. So I'm like, all right, cool.
Good
He
for
just
him.
talked to me about that last night.
Ryan, have a good one, man. Thanks for hanging out.
We got about 2.5 minutes.
And Bingo was his name.
Mac, you're always watching stuff on Netflix. Tell us what you're watching.
Right now, I'm watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine, which is not on Netflix. It's on Hulu. I finished
speaking of, we need to talk about that.
Oh, shoot. Yeah.
Hulu and Disney.
Yeah, I'll definitely need to talk about that. I don't know what's working, how that works.
Sorry, continue.
I forgot. I finished up American Horror Story.
Which that the new season? Is it good? Really?
American Horror Story.
The first half was good. They broke it up into 2 parts.
Okay.
So the one is I think it's Red Tide, and the other one is Death Valley. Red Tide is about vampires. Death Valley is about aliens.
Oh,
I didn't really like the alien one.
Yeah.
His wife wouldn't either.
Yeah. It's like there are some seasons of that it's just like that show is so good. And then there's others where it's like that show's utter garbage.
I'm sorry, American Horror Story has been bad for a long time for me.
The last really good season for me was the
Roanoke for me.
Roanoke, yes.
Yeah.
Roanoke was awesome. That was so good. Didn't like that one?
Roanoke I thought was the best one.
The weird Donald Trump season wasn't good.
That was terrible.
I really wanted like the slasher 80s one to be great.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
I think
you watched the entire thing?
Yeah.
That's the season I think I stopped watching.
Yeah.
I think I watched like the first 2 episodes. Like, this is stupid.
Yeah, I really wanted that to be good, but it was. I mean, that first season was awesome.
Yeah. I loved Coven too. Loved Coven.
Yeah, I think the first couple seasons of American Horror Story were pretty good.
Yeah, then I did watch. What did we watch? One where it was like the end of the world. Everybody was in the bunker. Okay, that one was okay.
It was all right.
It was okay. It had like they had some really good characters. They tied a lot of stuff together, which was neat. But
it could have been better.
It could have been better.
It's they've just had to like do too much over the years. Like I think they had a great first season, and they're like, oh yeah, we got to do something completely different.
Yeah.
We have 6 months to figure out, 3 months to film it, and 3 months of post.
Yeah. All right, guys, be right back. Getting into some Marshall's music news. This is story number 1.
So Aaron Lewis has announced he has a brand new country album coming out called Frayed at Both Ends. He goes, there's so much great music in Nashville, which I think everybody knows. But until you really live here, get to know the people, you don't realize how deep it runs. And that's why he decided his new album would be recorded there. Recorded a dozen new songs, including Afraid at Both Ends. Also, Goodbye is the new single as well that he just put out called Goodbye Town. Sorry. Now, his new album is going to come out on January 28th. Now, he's talked for the longest time how he wanted to record stuff with Stained during the pandemic, but because of pandemic rules and everything, he just wasn't really getting into it. So he decided to do a whole new country album instead, where once again, Goodbye Town is his first single from it. And now he also had a song that was released over the pandemic that actually did really well called Am I the Only One? It's an anthem of frustration that spent the 4th of July at #1 on the iTunes All Genre chart, as well as being only the 9th song since 1958 to debut at #1 on Billboard's Hot Country Songs charts. Chart. So there you go. Aaron Lewis doing pretty well for himself in the genre of country, and a new album's coming out here in late January.
Let's play some Aaron Lewis with Stained, not the country stuff.
Yeah.
It's Mud Shovel, Cotter and Marshall, Rock 1061.
Aaron Lewis was really good friends with my program director in Vegas.
Really?
Chris Ripley. He stayed in radio for a couple more years while I was there and then wound up getting out of radio and doing like some digital marketing stuff. But him and Aaron Lewis would go golfing all the time in Vegas. Big golfer, Aaron Lewis.
Okay.
He'd come to the studio, super nice guy. And like, yeah, he's gotten like crazy political over these last few years. Kind of a hardcore Republican or whatever he wants to claim himself to be. But yeah, he's like, you know, the Democrats have ruined this country type of guy. And I'm like, I'm just here for you to possibly do an acoustic cover of Mud Shovel. And he's like, the Democrats are the reason for slavery. And I'm like, dude, I just want to get drunk and hear some. Can you shut up more? play more music. Shut up more. Yeah. So, you know, and something I didn't realize, we're really close to the release of the next Marvel movie. Like, it's next Friday.
Oh, shoot.
The Eternals is out next Friday.
I'm so excited.
Are you going to see the Eternals?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Like first day?
I don't know about that.
I went and saw Shang-Chi, sorry.
There you go.
And thank you.
Yeah.
Taheen.
Uh-huh. Tajin.
I was just saying it like you.
Oh, yeah.
Shang-Chi was actually really good. I was kind of surprised about how great that movie was.
Right.
For our first Marvel film, like of an intro of a character, it was pretty cool. I mean, like it was Marvel, it was a Marvel film, but I think this Eternals movie looks pretty good. Now I saw some early reviews on it, pretty positive, not as positive as Shang-Chi, but IGN gave it a 7 out of 10. Said it had to do with the third act kind of falling flat, but they said the rest of the film is really good.
Okay.
I mean, you got Angelina Jolie and Jon Snow. Come on.
Salma Hayek's in it.
Yeah, that too.
Hayek.
Sure.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting. I mean, just because they're characters that aren't, you know, mainstream to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I'm not saying they won't do well at the box office, but I definitely think, you know, the anticipation for like, you know, the new Captain America movie, the anticipation for the new Iron Man movie is like there. The Eternals, you know, it's like, I'm cool, I'm going to go see it, but, you know, I'm going because it's Marvel, not because it's the Eternals.
And he's like not in the trailers at all, but like Jon Snow is in the Eternals movie.
Yeah.
Like Jon Snow from Game of Thrones.
Right.
Like, and he's playing the Black Knight, which is a major character in the Marvel comics. In like their newer runs of like new characters. Like he's a big character. So it's kind of weird that he's not like portrayed at all in this movie. So I think he's going to be like a major player in the film.
Or they kill him off Jon Snow style in like the first 5 minutes.
No.
Everybody stabs him.
Hey, spoiler alert.
The deaf girl from Walking Dead is in there too. Ridloff, I think it's Laura Ridloff. But she played she played a sister of another character. Is currently playing a sister of another character. She's the
I know which one she is.
the deaf girl, and I'm really
the deaf
excited.
girl. Yeah. You should have just said that.
I did say that. That's literally the first thing I said. The deaf girl from.
I know,
Walking
but you're just mumbling around with your words until.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Lock and Key second season. Yeah, that's out.
Yeah, that we've 7 episodes in now, 8 episodes in.
I heard it's good.
I really like it.
Yeah.
And my wife was like, she really liked the first part, and now it's like, you know, getting to like, you know, getting ready for the climax and the closing, and everything's like amping up and getting a little weird with some of the, you know, demony kind of stuff. And she's like,
Don't spoil.
No, I'm not gonna spoil it.
Yeah.
It's just like she's like, I'm like, what do you mean, This whole thing's been awesome. You know, I like the first part.
She doesn't like climaxes. She's never had one.
True.
Ouch.
Not something she's familiar with.
That's for the bird from the other.
What is this feeling of joy and pleasure? I don't. It's so weird.
Charles says externals think they could have worked in a snake dance. Oh yeah, Eternals. Yeah, I wish they would probably do that. I'm guessing probably not.
See you, Mike. All right, guys, be right back. Story number 2, it's Marshall's Music News.
So Papa Roach have announced they're releasing a new single this coming Friday called Dying to Believe. That's right. This song will appear on a new Papa Roach record that is set to come out in 2022. Now, they haven't really released any news on what this new album is going to be. They have released 2 songs previous to that. They've released a song called Swerve, which was a collaboration with Fever 333 frontman Jason Alon Butler and Los Angeles rapper Swecco. And they've also released Kill the Noise. Now, Papa Roach has they're putting out this new album on their very own record label. And they announced that they'd kind of be releasing a bunch of songs leading up to the release of it. They said they'd almost release every song from the album leading up to it before they officially put out the album in 2022. Plus, the guys are going to be touring in 2022 as well, getting back on the road as they're taking this year off due to, obviously, all the COVID restrictions and everything. But it's cool to hear all this new Papa Roach stuff. They're really doing, I think, a little bit different. When it comes to the sound of their music, they're kind of stepping over the regular Papa Roach line and getting into some weird, different stuff.
All right, one more story to go, and then we'll wrap up the show. It's Cotter and Marshall, Rock 106.1. All right, so tomorrow we've got Big Guy.
Tomorrow, Big Guy Frank Skakowski will do the Big Guy Breakdown.
Bob Arablo.
Bob Arablo will be joining us, the president of the brand new Savannah hockey team. Still didn't say it.
So proud of you.
Thank you. And then we'll also have Quiz in the Face. So we've got a preloaded show packed full of...
I've got the perfect final Quiz in the Face for you, I think.
Okay. Things Marshall have said. Did you say this or not? I don't know. So I'm creating a quiz for you, and I don't know why I'm so fascinated with the subject.
Okay.
But I just brainstormed some ideas, and I didn't know what the games were, but I just started writing things down.
Right.
And I don't know if I'm going to do it, but I wrote down these words, and it made me laugh for a good 10 seconds. I'm thinking about doing a Quiz in the Face for you called Is This a Falcon?
Okay.
And I would just play noises of animals, and you would just have to tell me whether that is the noise or call of a falcon or not.
Okay.
And then I would just have tons of different animal noises. So I'm thinking about doing a quiz called Is This a Falcon?
Okay.
Is that a falcon? So I'm thinking about doing that. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Mac, are you okay? You have a very inquisitive look on your face.
Is Riverwalk, Savannah, and Georgetown a good area?
I don't know where Riverwalk is.
I know it's in Georgetown. St. George Boulevard.
There's King George Boulevard.
It says St.
Hold on, let me look it up.
Well, I have a map for you right here.
Riverwalk, Savannah Apartments.
Oh, God, cold.
If Jake comes in to work today, he's going to love the way it feels in here.
Is. I not have that fan on today, so I got to say.
Let's see. Riverwalk Apartments. Oh, it's back there. Yeah, those are good. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so Riverwalk is where is that?
Wait, don't you live in Georgetown? No.
I do. Oh, it's just on the other side of Georgetown. So I live like on the Food Lion side, and then there's the other side. I lived over at Sugar Mill. So the Riverwalk Apartments are like the first apartment complex to your right. I used to walk through there. Like I go on walks and stuff with the wife and everything. We've been through there. Yeah, it's nice.
Safe-ish.
Yeah, it looks safe. Yeah.
I mean, I'm packing, but still.
Yeah, look at Riverwalk Apartments. I think that's cool. And, you know, what's really cool is just down the street, just a little bit further, I'm talking like 100 yards, is the United Distributors building. So you could just go there and steal alcohol. So think about that.
Yes, I understand you have apartments in Bluffton, but first of all, that's a drive. And second of all, that's expensive.
Oh, Phil says, I live over there. Yeah, they are pretty nice. Mac, there you go. Phil just said on the live stream. There you go. Rob says, sounds like one of those Ghost Chaser locations. Possibly.
Hey, I'm down.
Gives her something to do.
I like it. What do you mean, give me something to do?
Yeah, you need
I don't have plenty.
You watch TV, I would say, about 80% of your adult life.
No. I nap about it.
Oh,
I'm kidding.
To-
I'm not.
You got me.
The good thing about this apartments.com thing is that they'll email you and say, hey, there's an opening for such and such.
Yeah, that's the next thing we got to get on. Finding Dana the place to live.
Get a 2-bedroom, and then Dana can live with
Just
you.
split the rent. There
Split
you
the
go. And
rent.
I'll have cats for a little time.
Yeah,
you would.
Okay.
You'll have cats. There you go, Matt. There you go, Matt.
Done and done.
Finished.
Because that's the biggest challenge.
One available unit.
All right, so we got some Pop Evil Survivor coming up. After that, get into the final story of Marshall's Music News.
Sounds like we have a pretty decent show tomorrow. Pretty excited to jump into that. And then on Friday, we have Beer for Breakfast with Ryan Dunn. Talked to Ryan yesterday. Ryan is going to send us some EVP recordings that we're going to play back, and he's going to talk about his experiences as a paranormal investigator on the show for Beer for Breakfast.
Love it.
Also, we need to get the beer. I asked him if there's a beer style that he's not into, and he says he's just a big craft beer guy. So really anything plays.
I love it.
Do you want to get the beer? You want me to get the beer?
I can get the beer.
Okay.
What time? Do we know what time Bob's coming in?
Bob said that he would be in between 7:30 and 7:45-ish.
Okay. So we may just have to move trivia.
Yeah, we may have to just move trivia.
We can move it to just where it used to be, bottom of the 8 o'clock hour, end of the 8 o'clock hour.
Yeah, or we could. I was gonna say, or we could move it to. Yeah, I guess that's kind of the way we'll do. Call in Bob Arablo we'll need potential fillers depending on when he's if he doesn't show up on time, and then we could do quiz in the face and then trivia.
Yeah.
Actually, let's see if we can move trivia to top the 8 o'clock hour. Kind of keep it close.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
And then we'll put quizzed on the back end, and then we'll go into big guy. Ooh, show already wrote itself.
Show's basically done, guys. I love it.
Yeah.
So I got in this morning because we put the show. We outlined the show the night before. Marshall, you do your notes the night before.
Yeah, I do my nights.
I do mine the next day. I got in this morning and I'm like, oh, this is the easiest show ever. It was done in like 45 minutes. It was great.
Yeah, I do my notes before just so I can sleep in that extra few minutes that I get from not having to do that in the morning. I was kind of worried, too, that when I got out this morning that I knew it was going to be cold in the morning. I didn't know if there'd be like any frost or anything.
Right.
And like that's the thing that extra sucks waking up early in the morning, like doing the morning show. If like our cars are frosted over, I'm going to have to like really get up earlier than even then just to make sure I can drive to work.
Right.
Liquid says, long phone call today. I missed everything. Damn it, Liquid. Go back and watch the show. Watch it twice. That's your punishment.
Priorities.
Mm-hmm. Everyone's looking at their phones. I feel left out.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
What are you guys, Canadian? What the fuck was that?
So sorry.
All right, there we go.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Yes. Oh, okay.
All right, got about a minute 40. Final break of the show.
West 73rd Street.
West 73rd. Okay, 73rd Street is obviously a lot closer to the radio station.
Mm-hmm.
So that's positive.
Area-wise.
I don't know. I would have to drive over there and look.
You're supposed to know these things.
I'm sorry, I don't know Savannah
This one
front to
over here is
back.
gonna say, "Oh, that's a bad place. Oh, that's a bad place." You know what was funny was that
Here's what Jake needs for the area to be a good place is a McDonald's drive-through so we can get chicken nuggets.
Well, I was
that's all
going to
it
say
takes.
one of the things I think was a really good. Okay, that place is where we need to go.
Mm-hmm.
Is that it was on the first floor.
Yes.
He
Yeah.
did not want to do stairs.
Well, he's been living on the third floor apartment for the last year.
Bless.
So
Bless
Bless his
him.
heart.
yeah.
Did we ever tell you the McDonald's story about Jake?
No.
Did we ever the McNuggets story?
Mm-mm.
So Gabe, Jake, and myself were hanging out. I think it's I don't know. We were just talking about McDonald's and everything, and I asked Jake a serious question. I go, "How many chicken nuggets do you think you eat on an average week?" The number will astound you. What do you think it is, or was? I don't know what he eats.
Got
now.
about 25 seconds.
We averaged out that Jake Thompson ate 28 chicken nuggets a week.
Okay.
His words.
Yeah.
Like I didn't make up that number.
Yeah.
Why not 30? Why's it got to be 28?
He shared them with his wife.
He
I don't
gave
know.
2. Okay.
We'll be right back. Before we get out of here, one more time, Marshall's Music News.
I'm ready for it. Hold on. I'm ready for it. Okay, here we go. The Pretty Reckless, Cotter.
Yes?
I'm not pausing for time. I'm pausing for anticipation.
Oh, okay.
What will I say next?
I don't know.
Hey, Cotter, I have no idea. The Pretty Reckless
Seems about right.
will play a pair of shows at Brooklyn Made in New York at the end of March. Now, this is their first shows in almost 4 years, Cotter. So Taylor Momsen, the lead singer of The Pretty Reckless, actually wrote, "The beginning. For our first shows in almost 4 years, we are going back to where it all started in New York. We are playing a few intimate warm-up shows at this brand new venue called Brooklyn Made in March. Tickets are on sale this coming Friday." Now, once again, it's their first show in 4 years. They have a brand new album, which they released last year, called Death by Rock and Roll. Actually, it came out this year.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm already in the future
I
of
know, right?
2022. Now, this venue, 500 people.
Oh, wow.
Max.
That's
max
cool.
capacity. So these are literal warm-up shows for a lot of touring that the band is going to be doing in 2022.
All right, guys, coming up, don't forget, this afternoon, 4 o'clock, the Savannah hockey team makes it official, the name, logo announcement. You can check out the live stream. We'll share that. We'll have Bob Arablo, the president of the team, on the show tomorrow.
Fancy.
That's going to be cool. We'll also break it down with the big guy, another weekend in the NFL. And we'll get to Quizzed in the Face. So we'll talk to you tomorrow. Thank you guys for hanging out. We appreciate it. Cotter and Marshall, Rock 106.1.
All right, peoples, let's go ahead and wrap it up for the day. Whenever Mac's here, I always ask, any final words, any advice for the fine horde?
Mom got on the stream this morning and she said, "Oh, it looks like Marshall had a rough night." I said, "I'm telling."
What the fuck? Mama Margaret.
Wow.
Do I look that bad?
I mean, I didn't want to say anything, but now that you meant
You guys, come on. I'm wearing a hoodie and I wore a backwards cap. I took a
There's
shower.
nothing wrong with that.
I got some good sleep.
And you know what? I'm just glad you took a shower. Okay, that's all that matters.
Thank you so much. Was there times I didn't take a shower?
I didn't say that. Margaret did.
Mama
Wow.
Margaret,
Coming
you're,
out of the gate
you're on my
hot.
shit list. Cotter, any words of advice for the gang before we take off?
save moving boxes, then get them to me because I need them.
Hey, and me.
No, I'm no.
Yeah, he needs them more.
She's a part-timer. On the show. On the show.
Oh.
On
I
the
was
show.
about to say.
On the
yeah.
show.
Man, that was threw a knife at you right there. Stabbed you in the back.
On the show. Wait, is she not full-time on the show? I won't be long.
All
But
right.
still, for now.
Okay. All right.